Now we live. All right. So if you are on my channel, go ahead and say something real quick. But if you're over on Doc's channel, and if you're over on James's channel, then say something in the comments.
Who you with?
Because we want to see if the comments come through. Is Restream going?
I'm gonna do a lag check. Let me get my little clock together, and then bam.
Yo, we're testing. So everybody that's out there in internet land, we're testing. So right now, I love this. Right now, Restream has just released this new feature where I have been able to connect
Here we go.
James's account and Doc's accounts under my, well, I don't even know how to say this. You said it way better, James. Yeah, go ahead. Explain what the setup is.
Essentially, when you are multi-streaming, multicasting, bringing on someone to your show, you can actually stream to their social properties as well as yours, and they don't have to give you their credentials.
Yes.
I mean, that's always the thing. You don't want to give your credentials to someone else to put into the back end of Restream or the back end of StreamYard, whatever the case may be.
Exactly.
Now you just have this really nice link. They authenticate themselves, and boom, everybody's going out to everyone's channels.
Yo, Doc is doing the absolute most right now. Okay, so so you're looking at your own screen, Doc?
Yeah, it's 11 seconds. 11 seconds, not bad, yo. 11 seconds is not that bad.
11 seconds is actually really good.
Yeah, which setting did you set it for? Or you Restream? Did you set it for low latency or whatever like that?
Restream did all of that. I just created the event and then sent you the invite.
Oh, money. Okay, gang. So Miss D, Building Blocks, Pastor Felicia, Glenda.
You can see all those folks
right now. Yeah, because they're all in my channel.
Dang.
We are live simultaneously on my channel, Kirk's channel, and James's channel. As Kirk set it all up on Restream, and then in the back end of Restream, it said, "Do you want to come in as a guest, or do you want to come in as a guest and show your own channel?" So this was the Restream back end.
Yo, hold up. Let me make you big.
Because you can't see comments coming from my channel, can you, Kirk?
I can't see anything coming from your channel. I need to redo this whole scene.
Yeah, this is live, man. So it's all right there. It's popping off. It has a little red flashy joint that says it's live. I don't see any settings that says like look at whatever. But here's another thing. I got a thing, Kurt, that says I can invite guests. That would be crazy.
To this? That is
Look at this. Look at the screen, dude. I got a thing that says invite guests. Man,
that is madness, bro.
Wow.
Yo, so if I send, or maybe that's going to send them to live studio only though. That's not going to come through my Ecamm joint.
Maybe.
Okay, so I get that. That makes sense. But still, that means like I could be live over here, and then I could be looking at my studio desktop over here, and then invite another guest in, and then like bum rush the show.
Yeah.
That would be just
be bananas.
Oh, yo. Yeah. Okay, it's creating all kind of madness because I'm sharing the screen over here. Yeah. But if I switch the camera, yeah, that's it. So that could definitely cause a little kerfuff.
But here's the thing, though, it's real confusing because I can't see the comments from either of your channels, so that is kind of a fail.
Yeah, because then you can only see your comments. Like my comments is blowing up over here. They're like, "Oh, Kurt owe me money. Tell that fool to call me." Where my money, fake buster? What? Oh, wait, no. I'm joking.
Yeah,
they over here talking to each other as they always do. They're having full conversations with each other. Miss D and Glow is over there, like kicking it. Oh, let me see. Let me check my Japan time before I say something foul, and then
yo, I'm not seeing.
I
don't see any. I mean, people are talking on my side. I got like 12 people on here. Richard Graham is here. Charles Rogers, Albert, David Hunt, Daryl Cheeks is here. Kanik is here. Jamil. There's a bunch of folk on my side, and I could bring those comments on screen because they're coming into Ecamm.
Right.
But I am not seeing anything from either of your sides. I'm actually surprised that Digital Glow switched over from your channel to my channel.
Oh man, I was just typing to her konnichiwa, but that's okay. Going over there then.
She said Japan in the house on Kirk's channel, but listen. She could hear on both sides, but this is crazy. So
that's crazy.
You guys
really
are
nice.
able to go and look at James's channel or my channel or Doc's channel and see all of us at this. That's bananas.
She said Japan here on Doc's account too. Yo, this is bug, man.
She got multiple accounts going.
Hey, Kurt, James mad because ain't nobody came to his channel.
Well, I'm trying. No, you know what I'm doing? I'm looking at the streaming monitor built in. I know you always clown. I'm looking at the streaming monitor built in the Restream and looking at my bit rate and everything.
Hey, you know what I did though? This is where it gets messy, Kurt. This is why it gets messy. I forgot to check the LGL Facebook joint because I think Sammy's over there. Let me check real quick because I got it popping in the LGL group.
So this is in my opinion that's an automatic fail. Right?
Yeah, because that's what's going to cause people. This is why I keep telling people, man, Restream is dope. I absolutely love it. It has its time and place. But what you got to be careful of is alienating folks in your tribe. My homie Ben, who's literally dude was one of the patrons from the gate. Pastor Felicia was first. I think Ben was like second. And, we would be doing the streams and he kept landing on my Facebook joint and everybody would be over in YouTube, like Miss D say, with all the bikes and whatnot.
Yep.
And then Ben be asking questions, and I get through the whole stream. I didn't even see it, and I'm like, "Oh, my bad, Ben." So then I would just message him, and I was like, "You know what, fam? You just come on over to the YouTube side. Number one, if you got premium, I can listen to that joint while I'm washing dishes or answer a message or whatever. Okay, so this is odd. The LGL joint failed. But let me try toggle the switch and Restream real quick.
And see if it'll come back on?
Yeah.
Yo.
I think when I tried to change the thumbnail, that point there.
I got folks coming to my channel, so I'm feeling better now. I got folks coming over my channel. And they were feeling bad for you, boy.
Miss Felicia said she said she's got 3 iMacs and my phone, so she said she's hitting all channels. This is ridiculous.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Restream is odd now. Okay, when I just went back, it's like the thing is missing.
The whole event?
Yeah, but of course we still alive. And then if I look at my destinations, I can't tick nothing. But all right, that's odd then.
Do this.
I can repaste the link.
James, go to we've been here, Kirk. We got you. Thank you, Devin. Yo, James, go to chat.restream.io and see if your chat comes up.
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's the easy way. That's the cheat code right there.
That's the cheat code in a hurry.
That's the cheat code. Chat.restream.io. Go to that joint, and you should be able to see. Because I just went to that to see if I could see you guys' chat, but I'm just still seeing the same chat I see in Ecamm. But what I'm saying is for the people, like when you do this, when you're restreaming to other people's channels, that chat.restream.io is going to be clutch because that's the way that you can kind of monitor the chat from all of your spaces and be able to keep things.
So that is coming through. Yeah. So I can see all of the chat. Shouts out to the people that are on my channel. I see all of their comments coming in now through the chat.restream.io. Yeah.
All right, bet. Okay. So you can see that. Now the only issue is I can't interact with those. I can't bring them on screen because I'm the one that set up the stream. So I can't actually see anything, but
I can put a user on timeout.
Oh yeah, listen, that chat.restream, that you can actually embed that.
Yeah, I have a video on my channel from like the very, very beginning of my messing around with stuff where I was showing people how to embed that chat as opposed to like, trying to figure out how to make the Ecamm joint work inside. Because you can do things, you can connect it up with the bots, you can get it going.
You can get the two-way traffic going. Yep.
Actually, that's how I got banned from Periscope because I had accidentally set the bot to talk too much. and then they booted me, and they never put me back in. And then I complained for like a month, and I was like, "Screw you! I'm not going to Periscope no more." And then they said, "Okay, then we just close. We quit. We just because we booted you and we blocked you, we'll just shut down the whole platform." Messing with Doc.
Yo, do this, Hicks. Do this. Give me
Why am I coming out at 240p on my side? Man, that is not even right.
240p.
Hey, Kevin said that I'm high compared to James and Kirk. You know, my mama in good genes, fam.
Are you talking about? He's talking about audio.
Oh, I thought he was just trying to say I was cute.
Watch yourself now.
Damn, son.
Oh, where you find it? Yo, I have that drop. Damn, son. Devin said I'm out here shutting down whole platforms.
Pretty much.
Okay, but again, I can see my people chatting, but I can't see your people chatting.
Yeah,
that's
the one part that'll mess this joint up.
That's kind of whack.
The eCam window right there coming in, I can see all the Kirks, but I can't see anybody else's. I got to look at the chat that Restream to see my stuff.
Still kind of cool. Kirby with the beat, yo. I'm trying to
Yeah, so Alex says he's on all three right now. He's on James on Safari, Kirk on Chrome, and Doc on mobile. Dang.
Yeah, Sammy is correct. Sammy said there's a way to add YouTube chat from another channel and you can pull it up in the eCam. It's another app. No, you just use the YouTube chat API, and as long as that person gives you access to it, yeah, you can use the YouTube chat API as an overlay. You can make a widget overlay out of it, as a matter of fact, with Stream Elements and Stream Bots.
Yeah.
That's how Twitch basically works, and with Stream Elements and all of the above aforementioned things.
Digital Glow. It's just my name, youtube.com/James Hicks.
So get this. Do me a favor, James. You're on chat.restream.io, right?
Yes, sir.
Go to the settings in the bottom right. Click on embed in stream and send me that link.
Oh, I see what he's speaking on. That's how you do it.
Yeah,
come on, fam.
Come on. Do the same thing.
How it all works right here.
Come on, Doc.
How it all works.
This is how you bring it. This is how you bring it to its knees. This is how you really crash something.
Oh, you don't even know.
Hey,
you guys don't even know.
I'm about to
yo. Shoot, I'm about to break this joke right here.
Let's listen. This is the best part about this late night streams. You bring it to his knees.
You just wait. Okay, how do I go in here?
You get my link?
Let me go over to Facebook. You sent it on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
All right, give me a sec. Let me pull it up.
Yeah. Shibbity bee wah wah. Welcome to WBMS, the State of Fresh. Ladies and gentlemen, in the party today, we have the ever impressive, the wonderful Queen Supreme, Miss Diana Glatney.
Bring them in. Oh, let me. All right, hold up. Let me get you wide. Hold up. Let me get this. This is Jay.
Oh, wait.
Let me make sure I'm standing up straight, because I'm in the room with y'all now. I can't be.
Listen, you in the presence of royalty, brother.
Yeah, you see, I'm gonna stand up straight now, right?
Hey, Ms. D, I messed up the intro. I was supposed to say Diana Glatney, Queen of Marin, Queen of the Andals, Royal of the First Men, Lady of the Seven Kingdoms, Regent, Khaleesi of the Great Grass, Misa, Chainbreaker, Unburnt, Mother of Dragons, first of her father's name.
Unburnt! First
That's
of
what I
her
was supposed to say.
You killed it! Unburnt. Yo! All right, so we got 2 chats up. I need your chat, Doc.
I texted it. I mean, I messaged it to you, homie.
Oh, my bad. You see, I'm out here late and whatnot.
Yeah, I was trying to find the Restream link because I had it, and then what happened is I lost it. But let me check my clipboard in case I had clipped it.
What had happened was
Yeah, you see that beat would take you all the way out. Now you be careful.
I know that's custom too. That's not just that epidemic right there. That's probably some custom
that's as
stuff
custom
right
as
there.
it gets. That's as custom as it gets.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Doc's chat in here too.
Yeah, I got a question, Kirk. Can you guys hear Miss D?
No, can't hear her.
Yeah, that's what it is. Let me hit the loop back let me hit the mix minus and see what happened, Miss D. So we go to audio, go to processing. Okay, mix minus off. Now try.
Sony cameras is the best camera.
That's the one.
Did you guys hear that?
Yes, winner chicken
Everybody
dinner.
heard that. Everybody heard that message.
So is it feeding back to you though, Miss D? Like, is it looping to your own?
It did for a hot second, and then it's like it choked it, and now I can't hear any feedback at all.
Oh, come with it now. Come with it.
So they must have identified it and just canceled it out itself, because I heard it for maybe like the first 2.5 words, and then it was just gone.
Okay. The only issue with these chat boxes is that they're so small, I can't really tell what I'm looking at. Your chat is going nuts, Doc. I see your chat is flying.
I don't know if you noticed.
That's another thing. So technically, I can't see the chat in the eCam side, just for anybody wondering. That's not, nor should you, because you stream it through Restream at this point, right? And the way that it's going through, it wouldn't funnel all the way through to eCam in that way.
That's correct.
Makes sense.
So you'd have to watch on that.
Great Bishop's voice though.
In the beginning, they couldn't hear you talking, Miss D, but now they can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, basically what I said is, may the Lord bless you and keep you always, and may you use me.
Diana is on the LIVE. It's a whole problem now.
Hey, Alex,
offering play, please.
Alex just popped in real quick, McDonald, and then so what's happening, bro, is Restream has a joint that allows Kirk to send a link, and then when you join, instead of just joining as a guest, you can join as a guest and stream it to your channels as well. This feed is actually coming from Kirk Restream. I clicked his link to dial in, and then we got popping, and it ended up directly on the channel. It's crazy.
It's
absolutely crazy.
There we go. There go mine again. I had to get off
Lady D, Lady D, why didn't you just come into mine? Because then you could hear and see everything.
I don't remember the link.
It was in the chat.
It does not change. All right, let me send it to you right now. I haven't changed it, but I'm gonna send it to you right now. Let me get it. Let me get it to you, because I want you to be able to see the screen.
Yeah, the screen is bugged, yo. It's legit.
I can see all of what he's doing, but yeah, if you send me the link, Kirk, I can come up. I just wanted to see how that would handle, like, because you know how, again, impromptu stuff happens. If somebody remembers, for example, like your rebranding link, like I use Docs, then in that case, how does that work? So basically, I just wanted to stress it a little bit just to see what happens. So it's kind of cool that, like, with knowing, especially as many of us use the Rodecaster Pro, we're using eCam, you got headphones in, so it's like check. When you turn off the mix minus, what will it do? And now we know it honestly fixes it, which is weird, because other programs don't.
Hey, I got a question for you, Nugget. Was Rach like the last person to comment on your thing?
Who? Yeah, Rach was. Rach. Yeah. Well, no, David Hunt just commented.
Okay, so money shot. Here's the other move. The chat bubble in eCam guest window is showing me what your folks are saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm seeing his stuff.
Oh, okay. So you can still see, but I can only see your comments when I look at the screen. Well, when I get the chat widget from you guys from Restream.
Okay, I'm gonna switch teams. Peace out, brother.
Switch teams.
Yeah, Kirk, the last one I see is from G. Albert, right? Stress people on.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay.
I see that too.
All right, now I just tried something goofy to see if Kurt's chat will update. I changed the look and feel of my chat. So
yeah, because I actually like James's chat. James's chat looks clean.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So try hide and unhide mine real quick and see what happens.
All right. Hold up.
Oh, that's funny.
You can change the
nugget.
size.
There you go. Segment the melons and put the chat underneath the direct melons, and then we can have like team trivia. All right, Team Doc Rock.
That's dope.
Yeah, we got team trivia. All right, gang. Who's buried?
I think that's
in,
yep.
Yeah, line us up. I'm gonna get a screenshot of that's okay. We up it. I'll wait till Miss D get back. That's
Miss D is coming in right about now.
Taylor McCool, you are correct, sir. Who said stress? Oh, that was Albert. Are we trying to stress the people or stress the system? Hey, people don't get stressed. That's only a mindset game. I ain't never say those words.
My blood pressure is always normal.
That's what I'm saying.
What happened?
I iterate that word stress when talking about my own self, because that's how you succumb to diseases you don't even know about. Like, ain't nobody heard of this stuff until the TV, like, oh, we got a new pill for this thing. You got these symptoms, and you're like, oh man, I got those symptoms. You had lived like 50 years without knowing about them symptoms. And then all of a sudden,
next thing you know, you got right foot-itis.
Yeah, you got what the TV said. Restless leg syndrome. Dude, I've been kicking the blanket since I was 5 years old. And now I got to go ask the doctor if I got restless leg syndrome. Nah, man. It's called it's hot.
It's called the crust on the back of some of y'all foot turn up the sheets. That's what it is. It's need lotionitis.
Need lotionitis?
Need lotionitis.
Yo, yours changed, Doc. So what did you do?
I keep mine with me, Ms.
I hit it and brought it back. What did you do?
I went into the chat.restream.com thing and I selected the different look and feel. On the back at the top next to settings, you
appearance?
got compact, you got Fortnite, compact, and then the only way it refreshes is when so like if you refresh it right now, my joints will come in purple. You know how we do. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
What's up,
also, I can see Kurt, through your setup, I can see the eCam comment.
But that's just from mine though.
Right. But here's the thing, I can at least see those. I do like the setup where the comment is coming underneath. And now I make it look like nobody, like I had the bad potato salad with raisins and the macaroni and cheese that was made on the counter with.
Oh my God!
She just snuck in through the side door. Girl, what you doing here? Don't
you know what I'm saying? Like
potato salad she done brought y'all.
Right.
Yo.
It's like everybody, all the other pots is turned over. That's when somebody put your food down. And they go to plate and push it down in the trash.
They cover that joint up.
You know what it is,
Put that joint in the trash.
Taylor said, can we have a chat room battle? You know what it is, Ms. D? Girls don't never have backstage passes. They just get let in.
Yo,
you know,
that's pretty much true. Pretty true.
Your backstage pass at, right here, girls. Like, go ahead, baby. You good.
Because that happened. It happens one time when you first go, and then you are assuming that you're going to pay because maybe, you know what I'm saying, you was too young or whatever, and you knew you had to show your ID at some point. But then it just got to the point, it's like, you know what, I'm not going to pay. I'm just going to walk up because I'm going to assume that I'm about to be let in. And then it just keeps happening. And then you know you're grown at that point.
You're grown. Hey, Jared said, I kind of want mac and cheese now.
Yo,
man,
Doc, I don't see any of those settings of how to change the appearance or any of that stuff.
Go to
you've done something. My comments aren't coming.
Okay, chat.restream. All right.
Okay, then click down on appearance under settings, or you got to click the little cogwheel in the very bottom right. There's a cogwheel.
All right, I clicked it.
Okay, and then there's a thing that says appearance, and then
I'm there too.
Appearance.
Okay, so one says embed and stream.
No, wait, hold up. Appearance is what I clicked on. You said
click on embed and stream.
Appearance.
Yep.
And then under settings, pick like a thing. I picked Fortnite Compact. They got PUBG. They got
it. Okay, I was looking at it
through what now?
Completely.
What is that through now that you guys are doing? I said, what is it through that you guys are doing? Because we only see, like, obviously the what y'all see. So I'm trying to see the behind the scenes. Like, what if we were following along, what we need to change?
How it all works.
How it
all
works.
And y'all
now Doc looks like he having a rave party on his screen. We don't know what's going on.
Because
she's gonna turn this into
Fortnite colors, yo.
That's why she wanted
to
bring it down.
Hey, you know what's mad funny though, fam? Here's what's mad funny. I just want to point something out to all of my people in the chat that's listening and paying attention. When Doc tell y'all something, Doc not playing, I'm telling the truth. I done told every one of y'all, because some of y'all have requested it too. Hey, Kurt. I mean, I hate Kurt. I done messed the boy name up. Hey, Ken. Hey, Glenn. Can we get more than 4 guests? Okay, but realize when you open that can of worms, it is hard as hell to maintain a modicum of control with this much folks. And we're all friends and we're all professionals. Like, we know how to hear the other person talking and chill out for a second and wait. Imagine you got a whole panel full of like guests that don't know nothing about nothing. Ain't never been to a how it all works class. Ain't never been to a health class. Ain't never been to a let's get this straight class. Ain't never been to a hicks up. Y'all, that's what it's going to sound like. It's going to sound like chickens.
It sure is.
Because you know the main thing that people are going to talk about. So again, the difference being when I hopped on with you, Doc, and I'm coming in just impromptu, right? It's like, okay, what should we do or test as far as mix minus and knowing how it's going to handle it? Like that's the first question with all the right check boxes of wearing headphones, noise canceling microphones, no audio coming through the speaker already kind of a thing. And that would be the number one complaint in the eCam community. It would be like, I'm getting all this feedback loop and this and that and whatever. And it's just like, well, Susan, have you paused for the calls for a moment to put on headphones?
Hey,
come on, Susan.
Wait, Jared Spink just questioned us as professionals. He said professionals and laughed with 4 big head crooked laughs. Damn, Jared.
Yeah, what is that supposed to mean, Jared? Okay.
I ain't coming on your podcast no more, damn it. He just
no more.
Delete episode 51, homie. That's super funny. He said professionals, ha ha ha. Nah, right, but it's true. And I like what Ms. D said, Susan.
So Lady D, I'm sharing mine just so you can see. So this is the chat. This is chat.restream.io. This is the website. I'm following Doc's steps. I'm hitting settings in the bottom right corner. You click embed in stream. That's how they sent me the links so that I could embed their streams in. And so now Doc was saying right here underneath settings, I have it set to default. And that's why mine looked the way that it looked, but he changed his to like Fortnite and all that stuff. So I'm going to change mine. What'd you change yours to, Doc?
I changed mine to Fortnite Compact. The third one.
I'm going to just go ahead and copy.
Shout out to the gaming community that is the reason why we're thankfully get so many things quickly.
Amen.
And so now, huh?
I said true story.
Yeah, so that is what happens there. Now I'm going to switch back to this other scene, and for some reason, all of my chats have to kind of reload when I come back to the scene, and that. Let me go. So on my side, I'm seeing that I haven't published it yet. So I'm gonna give it a second, and now I'm publishing. Boom. So I think
Doc went Invisalign for a second.
Docs is reloading. All right, so comments are starting to come in again.
Let me make mine a little smaller. That scale 150.
I like that though. I like what you got going on there, David. So like if where it says the chat is ready to display messages. So I'm just thinking like branding purposes though.
Yeah.
Like if you had like a framing and something like that, and we got this kind of a setup, that would be really cool. Especially when you talk about like a panel kind of a situation. This would be like a really dope setup for that.
Dope for a panel. Yes, D. Yes, Lady D.
Because you know your people are primarily looking to check in at your channel. They got notifications and the bell and stuff already turned on, and you're actually addressing them. You can comment back to them and stuff like that to them directly. So they're not left behind. They're not in a group of random people that they don't know. So the chats are still able to be curated.
You know? Yep.
But
you have your mods working your chat.
Yep, exactly. And so all the benefits of you having your own people rocking with their own community, or if they did want to cross over or, you know, get to know some other people, then that's one thing. But you also, like the way you got it set up here, you also can see who all is posting at the same time. That's really dope.
That's really dope.
I see Boo talking about you making me want to go get Restream, man. Go get Restream, man. This is hot right here.
This is fire. I gotta give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It does have its drawbacks, so you got to use it in context. I mean, because you could have somebody off on an island out there by themselves, not knowing what's going on.
Yep.
Well, I mean, true at that point, but then like maybe, so for example, like I'm joining in versus like hosting it on my own channel, for example.
Right.
So in that case, you still could set them up with something. So if you know they got like maybe 10, 30 subscribers or something like that, and they're just getting started, you could still put like how to connect with them, how to go subscribe.
You could put that underneath
and stuff like that. Yeah. So, you know, just give them that same framing. Right. And still give them some, you know what I'm saying, some props or something for.
I see Keely went to James's one first instead. All right, Kills. I see how you is 92.
Keely said she's shutting off. She want a refund for her buy me a coffee payment too.
That's what I'm saying. Out of here. Hey, listen. So Kerwin had a good point. This would definitely need moderators. Kerwin, that is pure facts. And then Caleb had a question. Caleb McCool said, how much internet bandwidth does this take? Is it more than just one person controlling? No, Kurt's controlling by himself.
Controlling everything.
And it only takes one pass to Restream. Restream doing the work. Yeah. Like, they're the ones that are handling everything. So that's what's dope about it. And then Glenda said, yes, Restream is handling the heavy lifting. Dang, this is kind of
now what
fire.
I would be interested in is like the combined social reach, the combined.
That's where I'm at.
Because so think about this. So here's what I'm thinking about. So you got I'm thinking like power move opportunities. So let's say, for example, we're all trying to rank for the Sony ZV-E camera or eCamly. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to rank. We're ranking for a specific thing. Let's say on a platform like, I don't know, YouTube or somewhere thereabout. And you all of a sudden have a bunch of people that's interconnected, intertwined, showing up at the same time. Like, and I'm just thinking like massive domination in a space.
Come on. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So if you have, for example, any kind of conference, any kind of anything that you're pushing for, instead of like, hey, share this with your community, blah, 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 you're also all streaming it to your respective communities to like. So I would be curious of what that combined audience in, you know what I'm saying, as far as reach, you know, in engagement, I think it'll be something like through the roof. I just think it would be massive.
And if you've ever,
me, you, and Ms. D, leave to the live stream after party on all of the channels at the same time.
Dead.
On that Monday, yo, come on, homie.
Yo, but check this out. Just based off what you said, Lady D, if you've ever gotten that report after Restream's done, I would be interested to see what this report looks like. Are they going to give me numbers from both James and Doc's channels, or are they just going to give me numbers from me? Because the combined report will give you a really good picture of your overall impact. Like how far did you really get into the marketplace? So that would be.
And so furthermore, because everything is attached to income, I mean, if you're trying to do brand deals or something, and you can say, well, when I do combined streams, I guess we can coin that phrase. When I do combined streams for different events, here's the kind of reach that we're getting, and it's like, that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely could be a heavy hitter with some of the like main people that just like is one person versus like against combined. So I don't know. The wheels are spinning over here.
The wheels are spinning.
Let me interject on this a little bit because. Yeah, because we were talking about this before you came on, and this is very similar to a service that's already out there, right? So Switchboard Live has this capability already, right? Being able to allow you to jump on someone else's stream without giving your credentials, and you can actually have that stream go to all of those platforms.
Yeah.
The interesting point about this right now is that Restream already has the community, the integration with all these other platforms. So I'm really seeing this is taking off just a little bit faster, honestly, with the consumer as opposed to the other platform. I'm sorry, Rudy. I'm talking to the founder of Switchboard Live right now when I say that, but this is when this comes out live and when Restream has this capability. The Switchboard Live folks really need to take notice of that, because the push of the community and the ease of the use. Look, we've got 4 people along. We've got their different chat windows going and everything. You can't do that on the other side. All you can do is multi-encode, multi-stream.
Right.
Well, this adds a whole nother layer of
and they don't record. And they don't record.
Yes, and they don't record. Yeah.
And here's
that's
the thing.
The difference.
Go ahead, D. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, that's the difference, though, because features are between platforms, so whether that's social media platforms or even if it's streaming companies. Features are easy to duplicate, replicate, and copy. However, communities are always going to be unique. So if so here's the difference with Restream. They've sponsored several channels that I watch that, like, not that we're all cool and we just watching each other. I mean, like, people that don't necessarily know me, and other people that I am interacting with. So Restream has sponsored and partnered with other people they've communicated with. And like I said, they have a community. As far as the other company, I don't know anything about you. So you know what I'm saying? It's like, so where I'm going to go, where the family is, you know?
Yep. I this was one of the knocks I had. One of the things I was saying, I was like, Restream really needs to get that community piece together because that feedback loop is critical. That feedback loop is critical. And I mean, listen, I'm saying that, and they sent me this feature. The lady emailed me, was like, yo, we're just opening this up to a handful of people. Want to just kind of get your thoughts on it. I'm taking notes as we're streaming right now because I'm like, okay, here's a couple of things to maybe tweak because this is there's options here. Now, I don't know that they thought about the fact that their chat box is embeddable, right? So I can bring that in. But you can't do this in Restream Studio. You got to do this in Ecamm. Right, so there's a lot of different pieces at play here, but absolutely,
with Ecamm, it's a certain kind of setup. Then at that point, for if you're using Restream only, and if you're using Restream with Ecamm, makes sense.
Hey, listen, I got a question I have a question. I'm gonna answer a question for one of our constituencies over here. So,
he's got the question mark.
You know how we do.
I know.
Question. Hope Boykins said, are any of you guys having feedback issues? Can you explain the Miss Minus with the Rodecaster Pro again? Okay, so first of all, when you get your own sound back, okay, let's keep it claro here. I'm always very important about teaching you guys nomenclature so that when you go to search for these things, you get the right answer and not what you thought was the answer. That's not the right answer. Feedback is speakers too close to the mic. That's feedback.
That's
right?
feedback.
When you go, hey, how you doing? What? You hear yourself back, 3, 4 times. That's not feedback. That's slapback. It's not echo. It's slapback. And what that is that you are hearing your own self after this process through the system and comes out of that interface back into your ear. There is a time span between you saying yo and then saying yo back because it has to process through a bunch of things. So what Mix Minus does is it gives you your audio track back to you minus yourself. And what that is for is I have Miss D on my channel. So Miss D, I can hear her, I can hear Kurt, I can hear James, but the mix that is coming to me is the mix of everything that's live to the broadcast minus my own voice. So it doesn't play back my own microphone sound back into my head, which would cause that cray sound that drives everybody nuts and everybody complains about because they don't understand how all works.
Very true. And so that's also been true for any time. And it's like, you guys think back in the day, this kind of stuff was uber hard. Like Doc and I was talking about this, like for what goes into a $600 board, like the Rodecaster Pro, even like your Go XLRs and all this other stuff that's coming out. It's like, it would be uber stressful. I know of one course specifically on just doing like podcasting that was like $2,000, you know what I'm saying, to help you just to get it set up. It's not about ranking or nothing else or none of that. It just was like to get it set up, right equipment, right equipment, right stuff. Now you got Ecamm, you got this other stuff, you got Rodecaster Pro, you're good. So it's like when you think about the Mix Minus stuff, that also used to be if you wanted to bring somebody in through phone. So all of us just about, I believe, have the Rodecaster Pro or something similar. We could hook up our phone and take a live phone call through, you know what I'm saying, kind of some, I'm even thinking like fun stuff, like if we was doing a game show and I'm doing the Wheel of Wonder, And
we got team trivia up in this piece.
Right. So you got multi-communities fighting up against each other. We got eCam. We can put scores underneath each other's community and see who wins. Like somebody in the community get a random drawing for, we giving away, I don't know, a freaking camera or something. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yep. So I'm just thinking like max level exposure. So it's like when you think about it, it's like it may be hard to understand, but just know most of the time there's the reason why we tell you guys to invest in certain things is so you don't have to know all the ins and outs. You just turn a button and it works.
We want you to spend money since y'all gonna blame us anyway. Hey, I gotta send not a congratulations. I like to say mahalo and thank you to Hope Boykins Dance for the super chat. Her stream gets super chat on my stream.
That is so dope.
Hey, you gotta split that with Kirk. You gotta split that with Kirk and David.
Yeah, I give him nothing.
That is so dope.
Look, David gonna be sitting there with his 4 pennies, like I don't think this even. I don't think this is equal. I don't.
Hey, this is cool. This is cool. Hey, Albert, I gotta tell you something very important. And I had this conversation with Keith, and I'm not sure why you did it, but putting the brackets in front of the G in front of your name on YouTube makes it impossible for someone to tag you. So you might come through with the best question in the world, and the person might be trying to tag you to tell you that you won the $1 million, but your creativity just kicked you out the contest. So
I got a super chat too.
Okay, Miss Felicia.
I miss Felicia. So, Keith with the combos, he tried to have the pound symbol in his YouTube name, and it was like he won an eCam contest, and we couldn't even like give him the shout out because you can't have special characters in your channel name if you want to be tagged, and if you are engaging in the community, you should kind of want to be tagged. So you got to come up with a different thing and take the bracket G out of your name.
Yo, let me
look, let me get it. Put Glenn over there. Can you see it? Did it pop up?
It popped up.
Listen, I want to show coffee up there so folks can get. I don't want to.
Right. Y'all better throw some coffee.
Don't leave your boy,
Brother David's way. Throw Brother David some coffee.
This is what I want to do. I wanted to show this real quick because I saw your comment and you were saying, can you actually check? Can you pre-screen some stuff? Now live, you cannot pre-screen anything, but you can go to filtering and you can put in different words to filter. You have this screen that you can actually go to do some pre-filtering before stuff comes up on screen. Otherwise, no, there's nothing.
Only word you need to put in there is Nikon cameras.
Nikon
and the Sonic cameras.
She's so
but that's and then of course you have the bot, and the bot will relay messages back and forth as well. So there's a couple of little things that Restream has done to make this really cool.
That bot is super aggressive. I was on a stream. I was on Roberto Blake's stream, and it was like you couldn't even get a regular. I'm like, "Hey, Roberto, so glad to see you." I was like, blocked. It's like, what did I say? Blocked.
Hey,
oh my gosh. All right, so we back on the comment screen again. I just wanted to show that real quick. Saba, I saw your comment. Okay, she said that's great. Cool.
Ooh, Pastor Felicia just popped up on my thing. What's up, Pastor Felicia?
Felicia just spreading it out, brother. Listen, this thing.
She got the yellow book out.
Rodecaster Pro or Zoom X, which is best, says Kerwin Bornell. I will say
they're basically the same, but Rodecaster is built more sturdy.
I don't think they're the same. I have done a couple of sessions with people who have that Zoom. It's not a good look, fam. I'm sorry.
I think it's a specific use case, and anytime you try to bring something in that's musician focused first, and it's like the features may match at times. It's like saying the Zoom H6 because it's also an audio interface versus the Rodecaster Pro kind of a deal.
I was thinking the Zoom P8. My bad. I was thinking of the Zoom one that's like the Rodecaster. That's called the P8. That's different.
Yeah, I think the Rodecaster Pro is uniquely positioned to do the job that you probably would use it for.
If you're in this community, yes.
Exceptionally well.
Yeah.
Rodecaster Pro.
And if you're in the streaming community, the Rodecaster Pro really just kind of checks those boxes, especially if you figure out the mixed minus. I know a lot of people are struggling with that. I don't even have one, and I've walked several people through the whole mixed minus scenario.
Why not? Why not? Intervention time. Why not?
No. Trust me. Listen, somebody set me up on Buy Me a Coffee last week. I'm going to be getting one, so don't worry about it. I mean, when I say,
make sure you don't get it from Amazon.
Okay.
Yes,
if you get it from B&H, make sure you get it from B&H, Adorama, some like you can go to Rode.com and see their official list of the Who, because most people go to Amazon and buy it and it's like, oh, it's the same price. Again, 2-day shipping, Prime, you figure it's legit. And you also see like the quote unquote Rode store. Rode has not listed Amazon as an official reseller, nor are the individuals. It's like if stuff quote unquote fell off the back of the truck when it's being listed on Amazon, so you don't get access to a warranty. So should something go wrong, you won't get access to that. So make sure you get it from B&H. I always suggest, just because they're legit and you won't have to pay like shipping or sales tax and stuff like that.
Kurt, your wife is coming for you, okay?
Tanique, may the Lord bless you and keep you always, all right?
Okay, let me say what this. No. Blood Honey was asking what's going on here, and she was like, "Yo, I just came in. What's the feature?" So the feature is Restream
you skipped the part where Tanique said she was half listening, because what I wanted to put out in these marital streets is she's smart enough to ignore half
Googling.
the
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
you're supposed to be doing something right now.
She's trying to quiet the woman spirit that says to go Google how much does the Rodecaster Pro cost, since my husband just said that he about to order for the stream
Listen.
What's going on? Get him, Kanique.
Let me tell you. Listen,
credits.
Let me throw this story out here for people to understand. Like, this is what it means when you have a creator that you follow, that has been pouring into you, that has been solving your problems, and you come to their channel and questions that you have are answered. There are tangible ways that you can let them know that you appreciate that. And I had a supporter come to my channel. I'm not gonna name her, but I'm not gonna name her. I'm not gonna name him. I'm not gonna name them.
Austin. No.
But I had a supporter come through and literally on buymeacoffee.com, I purchased 100 gadgets, and the gadgets are $5 a piece. Yeah. And that is what's enabling me to go and grab, I put it out there on Buy Me a Coffee. I'm trying to get a Mac Mini M1. I'm trying to get a Rodecaster Pro. So people can give towards those causes. And so she just basically was like, okay, he's like 45%. Let me just finish that up. So this is what I'm saying this to everybody. The super chats have been coming in. It's great. But when you have a creator that has been answering your questions, this is something that they want to do more of. The way that you free them up from having to do other stuff and allow them to just focus on creating is you support them. That's what you do. And that's, I'm doing a big shout out to my people, because that's what they did for me. And I know that that's what y'all are doing for Doc. I know that's what some of you guys sign up for a membership, $10 a month, $20. I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, it counts. It counts. It really puts a dent.
100%, bro.
Yeah, it counts.
I'm telling you, man, LGL fam has been coming through and allow me to put in the work that I want to put in so that I can make things better for everybody. And I cannot tell you how much I appreciate them. But here's the other part, Kirk. It's not even the monetary side of it. When we do our classes and whatnot on the weekend, they come through. And I learned. We talked about this on your joint the other day.
We did.
I learned just as much from them as they learn from me. Like, I get in, I conversate with them, I start hearing things, I get ideas, and I love my squad. My squad is legit. Nice. Today, I want to say congratulations to my homie Michael, because he been in camp for like 4 or 5 weeks. He listening, he be engaged. His dog every once in a while will pop up in the Zoom, be like, "What's up? Y'all still doing this? You gotta pee. Can you let OG go?" And then so Gage would go back in the corner and sit down. And today, he was quietly working on all his stuff. Like James and I was talking about earlier, he was waiting to get all his ducks lined up nicely. Right. And then he was like, "All right, gang, I'm scared as hell, but I'm coming in the thing on Wednesday at noon. Who can ride with me?" And Alec and a whole bunch of people hit me up and was like, "Yo, Michael's going to go live." And then the family showed up for him on his first stream.
That's what I'm talking about, yo. And I was like, man, not only is it dope, and I'm so proud of him that he did the thing that's the hardest to do, go live the first time. But I'm also proud that Team Purple was there
to like give him that boost and be like, all right, fam, let's do this. And he came clean. Like he had the little, looked like the leather desk joint. You know, you had the calendar and your little pen that used to stick out. He had his little leather thing, and he called his joint something super funny, bro. It was the Wrinkle Time Live or Live Wrinkles.
No, it was like, it sounded like funny, a bad strip club name. That's what it sounded like.
But I appreciate the sense of humor.
Oh no!
I mean, I'm gonna guess OG is over 70. Like I'm not sure exactly, but I'm gonna guess he's over 70, and he ain't nobody like, oh, you too old or you too late, and I can't learn this. I'm not
perfectly aged.
Nah, perfectly. He was like, yo, I'm gonna come out here and bring my well-marinated self and do my thing. I respect that gangster. I respect that gangster so much.
Yep.
That is so dope.
But that's the thing though. It's like either the thing that you think is limiting you is going to be the strength for you, or it's going to be an excuse for you. Oof. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing. It's like, it's so many people that, and I love Ray Edwards because we've had this conversation a lot. Even Doc and I was recently talking about this. It's like the people that are seasoned in life, that are aged, you have gone through so many things that we have not even thought to think about, you know what I'm saying, in our lives. We just haven't lived enough life yet to have experienced something like that. Exactly. There's so much value and wisdom that you can gain. You've seen how many things happen in politics. You've seen how many things happen in laws and stuff. Like, it's some stuff that like we got to study to catch up on, but you've legit lived through. That is a simple conversation, the way that could be the unlock for somebody in what they trying to do. Indeed. So it's like the fact that people that just like, they be holding back, oh, I'm too old. It's just like, you're going to be old tomorrow still, and our age still ain't going to change tomorrow. So it's like, you want to stream or not?
Straight up.
That is true facts.
Listen,
afraid.
Oof. Yeah, Sylvia said that is so good, Diana. Amazing stuff.
I don't think people really understand that. Like, so it's hard if you do it. It's hard if you don't do it. Like, the difficulty doesn't change, right? So you might as well take a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not getting out of it if you don't take the chance. Your circumstance will be the exact same left or right. But it's like that old proverb about, you know, dude was at the firing squad and the executionist told him, okay, look, man, you can go out two ways. You can either face the firing squad or you can go out that door. And then he was like, well, what's outside that door? Then he goes, nobody knows, but that's a chance you got to take, right?
Right.
And people will always choose the devil that they know, as opposed to the heaven that they don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then so he said, oh man, I don't even know, like blah blah. I'll just take the firing squad. So they, you know, blah blah blah. And before the king was like, yo, what's to the executioner, what's behind that door, and why did you give him that option? He was supposed to die. And the executioner goes, freedom, but nobody ever takes it.
The heck with that. I would have kicked that door and took off running. Don't matter if it was a cliff. I would have been running midair. You know, I mean, for real. Or come through swinging. It's like, if it's a big giant, I'm finna hit you like you go off of Mortal Kombat. It's like, I'm going for it.
Straight up.
Actually, Jesus Movement, no, we are not. I am on a Sony A6400 with the Sigma 16 f1.4. Miss Diana Gladney is on an A6600 with a 64. Sony 28 millimeter f1.8. Kirk is on a Canon something.
No, A6000.
A6000. I'm clowning. And then James, what you rolling?
I've been Sony since day one. Look, I'm old school NEX, but this is a 6400 with the Sigma 16.
Let's go, James.
Y'all better recognize. Listen, I've been ZV1 NEX.
I want to say you have
the rest of us got SM7Bs.
Yeah, I have the MV7. Yeah, I got the baby brother.
Hey, so I found the cover, bro. I found the cover. So what you're looking for? Thanks to Keely sent me loose measurements.
I saw Keely had it.
A 45 millimeter bore. That's what the hole inside the sponge is called. This right here, this is known as the bore. So
right.
in the SM7B, you need, the MV7, sorry, you need a 45 millimeter bore. So
okay.
Found 45 millimeter bore with a 100 millimeter size hole, right?
Yeah.
And,
the length.
And the red filters on reporterstore.com or purple in your case.
Oh my God.
But I found it for Keels. So yeah, I was going to order it and send it to Keely, but I forgot to ask Sylvia for the address.
Digital glow. What? Tell us some of us out here in these streets raggedy. What? What happens to your old mics when you get the new? No, it's like, here's the thing. Upgrade does not necessarily mean like that we just like threw the other one. Most of us upgraded and changed because of some other preference versus something actually being wrong with the previous microphone. And it's like, there's really no thing as, well, I take that back. It is a such thing as bad microphones, but if you bought anything within the last year or so that was, within by a certain brand, within a certain price point, like all of us, you just chose to switch to something different. So my microphones are sitting there. And so like sometimes if I'm doing a podcast with friends or if I'm traveling, it serves different life.
Yeah.
Like it has a different purpose versus it being the main microphone. So it just doesn't kind of like collect dust. Sometimes it does, but it's like, it just like that use case has changed for it is all.
Exactly.
That's so good. I don't think I could have explained. That is exactly what happens with mine. You get it. You repurpose. You want to do something in a different part of the house. I'm not taking this arm off. No, I'm going to use the whole
exactly.
mic,
The other thing that's important to know is like, okay, right now I'm using this because this is good for this particular space. But if I'm going to go somewhere that's like noisy or more compact, whatever, I'm going to use a different microphone.
Totally different
From
microphone.
my video production game, I want to say I'm probably like 8-9 mics deep just for outdoor shooting. That's not even studio mics. And then studio mics, there's probably like 6 or 7. If you're going to get into the game, you might find yourself doing it. And I get it. Most of you guys are just content creating, whatever. You're going to have a couple different things. But start where you can. And if you got to start right away, go out and check out, go to Yodobashi Camera and just pick up a Samsung Q2U. If it's $60 here, it's going to cost you, it's going to cost you roughly 6,500 N. And then just go over there, get yourself.
You talking to that line? Yeah.
Get the Samsung Q2U.
Yeah, Q2U.
It's basically gonna come in a little pouch like this, and it's USB and XLR. And Miss Diana rolled that joint basically for the last 3 years. She just switched, and
that joint
is still sitting right there. It's still sitting right there. It's still one of my favorite. It's still one of my It's still one. And here's the thing, I would say for some people, it matters for you to hold on to your older gear or the gear that you switched from, because you need to give your vision room to breathe and for it to grow. Because it's like me going to speak at a local event and I don't know what kind of setup they may have. I'm just going to take my microphone. So if they short on one, I have one, and that's a USB and XLR microphone. So because sometimes you have to share, and it's like, I don't need to share. I have a microphone, so we can actually make sure everybody have their own mic. And they like, okay, dope, because you never know who that other person is. Sometimes you'll go to
this coming, especially in the pandemic world. I'll bring in my handheld SM7B because I ain't talking nobody else's microphone. I always bring, when they say, "Oh, we're gonna have you speaking at the gig and blah blah blah." Okay, I need an XLR jack. Why? I am bringing my own microphone. They're like, "Oh, we already have my." I go, "No, you don't." They like, "Oh, sound guy." Okay, let me get the sound guy number. I am bringing my own microphone. I learned that from doing concerts. Every stars come with their own microphone, or they have a writer that specifies exactly what they want. And if you don't have it, they won't come to sing.
No, they won't.
That's why you with that red thing. Anyway, Kerwin, this joint was made specifically for the SM7B, but you can catch it at reporterstore.com. It's going to come.
And for those that are curious, Doc, what are you using for your wireless, or what would you use for your wireless kit that you have there?
I have 2. This is the high-end Sony joint, which is basically a SM58 capsule on a Sony encrypted handle. So it's encrypted because you don't want to be on the stage and be like, "Hey, gang, coming through. This is Doc Rock," and then somebody on the next tail be like, Hey, yo, dog, coming through, man. I need to get them rocks.
Hey, yo, where you at?
On the two-way? On that two-way.
This is a Sony encrypted wireless. This is a UWP series. This joint right here is probably like $1,500, but it don't get bothered by excess noise. If I know I need longer range, I have a Shure, basically SM58 beta wireless system, roughly around $600, and that one just has like a half-mile range. That thing is stupid. It's not that long, but it's crazy long. Like I could go from one end of the fair to the next and be wireless. And I used to do a lot of street events, right? We had a food truck rally. I'm the MC for the food truck rally.
Gotcha.
I'll walk around, get my free food from all the trucks. I mean,
of course,
from all the trucks. So
right.
It's the best part.
My DJ put me back. I would play music and I'll walk around to the trucks and like spice it up. So that one's good for out. And again, this is a prime example. I have 5-6 different wireless systems for different things. If I know I need encryption because there's like airport gig or something, this comes out. If I know I need range, I'll pull out the Shure because the Shure has a better range.
Cause I just want you to kind of make mention of that, knowing that that's not on the 2.4 gigahertz band. So for example, like as much as I like Samsung, and you could get that basically a wireless unit on basically like a Samsung Q2U but wirelessly. Okay, the thing is with that though, everything rocking on a 2.4 gigahertz band, that same thing that you use for your Rode Wireless Go's, your Comic Boom XDs, and on and on. What happens when you go to an event and you're trying to do something and everything is on a 2.4 gigahertz band? So just take that into consideration. You'll see it in VHF when you're looking at stuff that like what Doc is talking about, which is that very high frequency. You don't want anything that's UHF. So y'all that love Facebook Marketplace, don't be like, is this a good one? If it's UHF, that's not what you want. That's ultra high frequency. You want VHF because of the...
when your granddad was like, hold the antenna.
Grandpa was a ham radio operator.
We're taking them way back right now.
I'm trying to watch the McNair Learner Report. Keep the TV still, boy.
There you go, right? Yep.
Get that aluminum foil, boy.
Hey, the aluminum foil for real. Hey, one thing that was dope about PBS back then, though, Stuart Chaffee had a show called Computer Chronicles, yo. This was like the only computer TV show. That's what made me
look. If you lower than 45 years old, you don't know.
You don't know. Yeah. Hey, yo, I used to see.
You said lower than 45. You just got me beat.
I gotta know. I'm going to Google. I gotta know.
I gotta go. I'm about to go look right now too.
Computer show. I used to sneak out of church and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna walk home," and they'd be like, "No, just wait when you drive." No, dude, I would go outside. I would run home and then get to Grandpa's TV and watch Computer Chronicles before they came back, and then we had to watch 60 Minutes and Disney Channel, and Star Trek came on Channel 9 back then, and we always had to watch Star Trek because they had the first black lady in a position of power on TV.
Oh my gosh. This is old school TV for real.
I'm carbon dating myself.
This is those first Final Cut Pro lower thirds ever. Some of y'all that be using these lower thirds from this, it's from this show, The Computer Chronicle. You be using them baked in.
Miss D looked it up, dude. I'm telling you, go check out some of the episodes on YouTube, man. Homie was the first dude, and he made me seriously want to be like a hardcore computer cat. Was watching that show, and he would clean though. He'd come in with his little shirt and stuff. Hi, this is Stuart Chaffee coming to you from the computer. He had the sideways announcer thing, which I always tease Miss D about like every day. Hello.
He was Leo Laporte before Leo Laporte.
Yeah, that's where Leo Laporte got his idea from. Was from and Leo does not hide that fact, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to all of the people that was producing music, because all of them shows what it's saying is like I
forgot who shared it, but somebody in our group shared like the original character generation machine. And it's an epic video, man, but it was such a beautiful thing. And, there's one of them still working and there's a dude keeping it together. You talking about a handful of computers to do the Team Purple that I got? Yo, it was a handful of computers. It was crazy. And that's why I don't think people understand the tool and the gift that they have right now with your phone and the ability to just go live and speak with your folk like that.
Like that.
That's the thing. It's like the stuff that we are doing on our phones is more technology than what it took to send people to space. You know what I'm saying? Like they had aluminum foil, like barely Reynolds wrap from Family Dollar. The one that's in the with the extra sticker on it that is for sale because it's partly busted on the side, so you like it's still good. It's all in there. That's the foil that they use to send people to space.
Well, you got it from the Piggly Wiggly. See, there you go. Right?
From the Piggly Wiggly. Okay, listen. Shout out to Piggly Wiggly.
We had a
ship ad right there.
Our homegirl DeAndre was on the stream the other day with Kurt. And she is legit from Alcoa, Tennessee, like where the aluminum foil originally was vented.
Yep.
It's kind of cool.
For those of you that don't know, there's a TikTok video going about that people are just now becoming educated that there's a shiny side of the foil and a dull side of the foil. So if you didn't know, you're supposed to put your food towards the shiny side so that it reflects heat, which is why anytime that you see those emergency blankets, they're just shiny all together because they know y'all won't know the difference. You freeze to death.
And if you don't know that,
it's funny that people don't know that though.
Because come on, that's like
it was one that got me though. It was. I'm not gonna lie. That one. It was one that got me. That one was just kind of like okay, and it was like same thing. Aluminum foil, Reynolds wrap, whatever. You poke. It had like triangles on the side, and like if you poke it in, it's supposed to hold it in. Man, do you know how many little cuts as kids we holding down the sharp razor, trying to keep stuff from coming out, not knowing about the little triangles on the side, or like the little Chinese food box is actually a plate, and we here in St. Louis just eating it straight out the box. It's like we didn't know we're supposed to take the wires off.
No,
like,
had no idea.
Who knew?
It's a plate,
dude. So here's the funny thing about the aluminum foil. When I was a little kid, my favorite thing to do, which almost got my hand parts removed from my body, take stick matches and you take a little strip of aluminum foil, you smooth it up good, right? And you wrap it around the head of the match and you leave it like halfway down. And then you take a paper clip and you slip it down in and you make a little channel, right?
Right.
So then you pull the paper clip out, you got a perfect little tube. You lean that joint on a paper clip, half folded like this. You put the match on there on the top, and then you light it with another match. The gas got's nowhere to go, so it's like bottle rocket, homemade. I used to do that joint all the time in the house, having a good old time.
I knew this was gonna be some terrorist type activities that you was building. That Doc, you wouldn't wrap.
Single match is not that bad, but
no, it's not that bad.
The curtain in the basement. I'm just saying.
How many of those did you put together to set off all together though?
Oh, you know when I see those videos come up on YouTube when somebody's not logged in and they show here's 10,000 matches of light at the same time. I'm looking at that like, oh, I didn't think about that one. I was a pyromaniac as a child, and I burned the basement curtains, and my mom beat that butt. I was about to say it, and then my dad beat that butt, and then my grandma and my grandpa, and then the neighbor next door. I got 5 ass whoopings for lighting the curtains on fire.
Hey,
and
Doc is the reason why.
No, wait, here's the best one. I was like, why the neighbor beat me? And you almost burned his house too. If our house catch a fire, then his house catch a fire. So I got 5 ass whoopings.
Straight up.
Doc is the reason why the kids had to sit on the floor, don't touch nothing, don't say nothing, don't move until it's time for you to go. Don't look grown ups in their mouths when they talking.
Hold up, you got no reason for
the room with all the plastic
everybody.
He the room for the room.
Straight up.
He the reason. Don't go in that room. Just look at it. Don't touch nothing. Don't breathe in it.
Listen, exactly. You walk. Look, and we would be so sneaky as kids because you just want to see what is actually in here. When you going to, I gotta use the bathroom. You just went to, I gotta go again. So you're trying to walk slow and just see what's in there.
Right.
Listen, I was 20 years old. 20 years old was at my aunt and uncle house. They, again, one of them rooms. Just don't touch nothing. Don't look. Even as adults, we don't go in that room. I saw my aunt and like her friend in that room. I about had a heart attack. Like, are you even supposed to be in this room? Do my uncle know you in sitting down with shoes on? And I'm like, y'all just bold, boy. I'm like, listen, let me get away from around here. I want you to see no footprints of mine on that carpet.
Not a one.
Not a one.
Oh my God.
My mom's house,
Girl
we
said
had
Doc
all
used to
the
be
forerunners
playing with
too,
them little
so.
plastic green soldiers, almost burned down the house. This is funny, Curry. I'm telling you, I just told him in the chat. I used to take like a needle and get it hot, and then like burn wounds on them so that we could know which ones had got shot.
Got hit. Got hit.
This is true fact, right?
Nah,
And then
Craig,
I used to
this
take my
ain't
grandpa's handkerchiefs and I would make little parachutes, and I would throw the ones from the top above the banister so they could parachute down and land in the battle. Like I had, this imagination been there for a long time before I even knew what weed was.
Doc then burned the match, not
The
burn the
whole
match,
thing.
burn the needle, and like put it all the way through the little plastic soldier and be like, why he get the punk shot? Because he got hit with a 50 cal, them bigger artillery, you know what I'm saying?
Absolute facts, I used to burn a hole straight through and be like, they got shot.
That's why that's one of those reasons, like, you kind of glad that like Toy Story is not like a real story based off real events, because Doc would have been Sid's house where it's like toys coming out half crawling, it's like the hand and got melted to the face because Doc was like they had some.
Hey.
Nobody want to go play with you because you always got to win. Always taking the good toys.
Listen.
I definitely be the good toys dude too. I always want to get the good toys.
First of all, let me say this out loud. Digital Glow, happy birthday. We see you.
Yeah. My bad. Yeah, I wanted to say that too, man. Happy birthday, Digital Glow, for sure.
Happy birthday.
And Brian Taylor. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the super chat, Brian Taylor. That's my guy. Appreciate you, Doc.
Brian, you had him stuttering like he had that bishop stutter for a minute. And thank you. And we want
say a word.
Miss D get a flyer because she the keynote speaker.
Hey man, I'm just trying to make sure people know where they need to go and register. You know what I'm saying? I was tired of that empty spot, but underneath Miss D though, I was like, nah. I
appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you.
That's out.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's fill that spot.
I paid good money for it too. I paid full price. I didn't use a discount. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Nah, Leap into Live. No, for real though. I mean, like if you haven't checked out the page, you haven't looked at the lineup, it's gonna be dope, y'all. Like Leap into Live is for real. It's gonna be dope.
It's life changing.
George Viget, he's in kicking it in Germany. Just came through.
Oh, it's not.
Charles said, "I let my dog chew the army men for injury."
Yeah, you need prayer too, Charles. Brother. You need some prayer too.
Listen, y'all was them kids when they got baptized at 12. They just held you down under the water for a while. Just let's leave them down there. Leave them down there. It's been some things in the house we can talk about. Just leave them down there for a minute.
Oh, there you go, G. Albert. I like that.
Yeah, I like it. I just saw his comment. I was just reading it when you said something. Yeah, this will work.
We call my brother-in-law G Pop and Diddy Pop. That's his grandfather name, G Pop. You know, so I like that, dude. That's good.
I like it. It's got a story behind it. So keep the G. It's just that it was going to be hard to tag you, but I like it. I like that you changed that up. Listen.
A thought. Because SK's crappy asked what feature are we testing, and I was just like, when I looked at the screen, it's like technically we might have been able to still just do this through Ecamm, where maybe that person is still streaming on their thing or whatever, and then you like NDI their chat from the stream and just bring the chat box in through NDI, and you still would have been able to get the pop-out chat box.
Yes.
You can bring them in as web widgets, Miss D.
Because you're in Ecamm right now, aren't you, Miss D?
I am.
So go ahead and go live. And then if you go live using Restream, you could just send me the embed code.
Yep.
Well, I mean like through just natively, like without Restream. You know what I'm saying? Because which is what I'm saying. So it's like it was going to YouTube.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was saying. Like if we natively went live through Ecamm to our YouTube channels, you could do the pop out chat box through YouTube, and because you get the link and stuff for that,
get the link,
and it sets it up its own thing, and then through NDI you could bring that link in and still have everybody's individual thing. So technically, Restream, we ain't need your money. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm trying to think. I mean, the fact that you can grab the URL for the chat, that is clutch though. That is
because it's so technically it's like
But
whoever the host.
That's sorry, Ms. D. That's just I can't call them people. What's the red square with the thing in it? Oh, it's just YouTube API. You can pull that. You can pull anybody's chat from anybody's stream with YouTube API.
Yeah, so I'm like, technically, we still could have did this where we joined to Kirk's eCam stream through the link, right? Through the interview feature.
Yeah.
And if we wanted to go live to our respective channels, we could through eCam to like YouTube, for example. You the pop out chat. Kirk could have brought all of those links respectively in through NDI and had this anyway.
Not to be confused with NDI America.
India America, speaking Spanish in America.
One of my favorite artists, actually. Go ahead. But that would have just brought the chat. That wouldn't have brought the stream, though, would it?
No, it was.
I wouldn't have brought the video.
Go live. Oh, I see.
Right. That would have just bought the chat boxes and that engagement. That wouldn't have bought the video part of it.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't need the video part though, because we would have. Kurt still would have been able to. He would have through the custom setup through eCam. He still could have customized each one of our respective camera feeds that we're giving to him through joining the interview link.
Okay,
we still could have did that through like a custom shape and stuff like that. He still would have been able to bring in those respective chats. So it's like technically, it's like y'all chats can't see each other.
Test V2 is coming soon to a theater near you.
Yeah, the only thing, but what James is saying though, because video and audio is on my channel, Doc's channel, and James' channel right now. We wouldn't that piece we would not be able to achieve. But I totally understand what you're saying, and I'm going to try that because that I like kicking tires. So that's a challenge.
But I mean, like technically yes, but it's like so here's my thinking. Like it would definitely require some preparations ahead of time. Like so all of us would have had to, like, let's say you did a test setup ahead of time with the whomever. So if you wanted to bring up and you know what I'm saying, maybe accentuate one person's comment that's coming in through your respective chat.
Right.
You just would need to resize it to fit in this specific framing so that it makes sense.
So give everybody their piece of
so I mean, technically you could have or because it's eCam, if all of us are using eCam, all you got to do is send them, like, download that actual set up a unique scene for that, download that and just send it to them for them to install, and it's already embedded.
Oh,
yeah.
Import the scene. Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Import that piece of the scene. So once it's built,
right,
you just send it to the.
You just go to that one. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's dope.
And then if they wanted to do Restream, again, still technically through eCam, they could.
Mm-hmm. You could still do. Yes, right. You could Restream it. Right. You're right.
So if they wanted to go, like, because I know some people like, well, what about my Facebook people? Instead of telling them to come to Death Row, I mean, come to YouTube.
Like, all these Facebook people be popping all up in your streams.
All these Facebook users coming on the stream, can't see your name. Tired of the algorithm on Facebook slowing you down by 30 seconds. Come to YouTube.
Come on over to YouTube.
Come to YouTube.
That's where the party's at.
Facebook on the real in the last week is getting tired of getting kicked because they done some changes. They let Pastor Keith yesterday stream in 4K. They had me streaming in 1440.
What?
Like, yes.
Whoa.
And when I went to Mosifus's stream on Facebook and on YouTube, I was watching it on Facebook on my desktop, and then I was watching it on YouTube on my phone. For the first time ever, Facebook was faster than YouTube. And I stopped it because I thought it was something I did. I stopped it and then reopened it back up so they could start at the same time. And Facebook was faster. YouTube had like a 12 to 15 second difference between the thing. I was like, wow.
Hey, I got to run. I forgot I had a PT appointment. I got to go get my leg twerked on.
Hey, man.
I know it's 8 o'clock where Doc is at. It's 8 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, and just like that,
he's gone.
I wonder if his comments will still keep coming.
It may be for a few seconds, depending, unless it just stop.
I remember I'm streaming to his channel, not him.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
I'm streaming to his channel. That's the piece I was saying.
Let me see what happens if I go to.
That's not there.
Let me refresh and then go to.
Hey, Kirk, while she's doing that, refresh my chat, because I think I found out why my chat kept disappearing.
Yeah, I'm finna put a message in saying we're still here on Doc's thing.
Yeah, people are saying his stream is still up. Gary Jones said testing.
This is hacking in a whole other level. Do you hear me? It's like, all right, Doc, bye. It was any super chats, you can now send them over to howitallworks.com/that paper.
He getting watch hours and he not even streaming. Watch hours are going up.
Yeah. But that would be a good way.
Paper. That's serious
that would be
business.
Hey, for real, /that paper, that dough, #that moolah. But this would be a good way. So like, for example, so I was in an organization where if somebody's, for example, if somebody's like business was going to be impacted because they were going to be out,
right?
All the other leaders would kind of like step in to kind of help them keep the business going and, meet with their team and blah, blah, blah. So for example, let's say Doc, I don't know, Doc did something to Karen. She roundhoused him. And then next, he got a bag of ice on his head. He's like, I can't stream for, I don't know, the next 3 weeks. Technically, it's like you could still bring his community and stuff like that. If, what I'm saying, they know you, they are cool with you, you could.
Are you? Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Kurt is killing it, man. Y'all are killing
Ladies
it.
and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm watching y'all. I got caught up. Y'all are like beasts in here, man. What are y'all doing?
Yo, I was literally just downloading a picture of Doc to put it in that spot.
Put it in that picture.
And then you came in, I was like, well, I might as well just assign him to guess one.
But wait, what are you doing? I hit you on Ecamm. So how'd you bring? Is this a Restream or Ecamm or what?
I'm using Ecamm going to Restream. I'm sending my
Yeah, to think about that for a minute.
right, Jay.
James, you can jack my head up. So I'm like, I'm in your Ecamm.
Yes. And my entire Ecamm is going to Restream, and Restream is sending it to my Facebook, my YouTube, Doc's YouTube, and James. Where are we sending for you? YouTube, right?
My YouTube, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and we're still live on Doc's channel.
We're still live on Doc's channel.
His watch hours are going up by the minute.
But but I was just saying, like, that's a good way. Like, if you knew somebody in your, like, obviously across, leaders and people that whatever, that you would trust to have access to your account, you could stream to still make sure that they stuff stayed where it needed to with their communities or whatever. Yeah. Or even if you had a team or a community or a business or whatever, you could make sure stuff stays there. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Because think about Kevin. This. You could do Kevin. LGL. Diana is Diana, James, and Keith are all in my Ecamm. So we're all in my Ecamm. I'm just responding to Keith. Keith is asking, is Diana a guest on Kirk's Ecamm? Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Kevin.
You could literally. Oh,
my bad, Kevin.
From your page, your feed, Diana, and then also have that going into LGL, increasing the reach for both of those at the exact same time, right? And don't have to worry your limbs, all of your separate pages at the same time.
No, that is dope. Mosifus is still he put up the Doc Rock pic.
That's when Doc looked like Blank Man.
I'm the dude.
I've got no words. I just see that.
So right now. Leap into Live, Albert. Leap into Live is the name of the joint in September. It's called Leap into Live, and I believe the website is it's actually just that. It's actually Leap into Live. So you could.
I just actually logged into Leap in Live. The thing about Leap in Live that everybody needs to understand is we all got to go to it. Yeah. So sign up.
Y'all, he is impersonating Doc. Anytime his voice changes.
Because I'm sitting here like, what in the world is going on?
Anytime his voice changes, just know that he finna impersonate somebody.
The thing that I want to let everybody, Miss D, she understands, and Kurt is my boy. He gets it. And James over there,
You speaking in tongues now, Mosifus?
I'm gonna say it again. Hallelujah.
Can I tell all y'all I love y'all, man? Real talk, man. I love all.
Love you too, brother. Oh man.
Y'all got
he sounded like he was eating a hot pocket. He's like,
that joint was hilarious, man.
Man, y'all got me through this pandemic, man. Y'all got me through it, man. Jeez. Y'all got me.
Gosh.
Especially the 4-hour energy joins with Kurt and the whole church on Friday nights.
Oh yeah. That joint is
ready to go to sleep, and then somebody will just pop up with something deep at like 1 o'clock in the morning. You like, darn it, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. We still here.
It is impossible. It is impossible to escape that joint, man.
Yeah,
I tried to do a short one the other night. Did not work.
You can't do it. You got too much energy on it. And then when Dave is playing the keys, it just keeps you in this trance. Like you just stay in there and just make Friday.
Yo, Deandra's on the live. Yo, Kanique says she's gonna tell Doc. She said y'all are so bad.
You already know. The bad part is, how many times have you had Mosifus on your stream before?
I've had him on an official show once, but we've been on these late night joints a couple times. In fact, when he rolled in my mind, I was like, well, I guess we're here till 3.
All I'm gonna say is just prepare for you to show up in one of his sizzle reels where he's then hijacked and stole your likeness for personal gain. No, it's too late now. It's 2 years in the game. He didn't hijack. He probably got a whole library full of just like everybody. Right, everybody's been categorized and alphabetized. He got a clip of some of everybody somewhere.
I'm working on it. Listen, hey Kurt.
Yeah,
I don't know or not. Did you see the playback? Did you go back and look at when we were on with the late Jake? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Dude, man, that was a good show, man.
Bro,
so
in all seriousness,
shout out to Heather and for her live that she did earlier. Good stuff.
Yeah, really good stuff, man. Really good stuff.
These matter, man.
Yo, this Leap Into Live. True. I'm just surprised at how that joint is really affordable, man. Because some of these other conferences are like $1,000.
Yo, it didn't take my $20 for some reason. But it said I got it.
Like, we took your money. No, I'm just
they got your money. Hey, download that app too. The app looked like the truth there. That Run the World app.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was wrong at first, but then I'm like the branding, because sometimes it's like when you accidentally make one keystroke incorrectly, next thing you know, it's the person that trying to rip and add confusion to stuff. So I'm like, is that correct? But it's like, yeah, it's correct.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And then you can follow people inside the app. I'm like, I'm a part of it. I'm there.
I need to get my stuff set up, and I need to respond to that latest email from Katie.
I just know it's some events that you can go to that, as much as they try, they're still not there yet. It's like Leap is one of those events where it's like you are guaranteed to leave with something. If you left with nothing, you probably just didn't attend. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if there's no reason why you can't execute same day. And then the group that they set up to go with the event, and then like the live streams that happen it's a whole other experience. Yeah, it's a whole other experience.
And it lives on for a very long time after the event's done. Right? There's and I'm not talking about like just repurposed content. There's other stuff that is happening. So it's a whole thing. It's definitely worth wait. Yeah. That's why I was shocked when I looked. I was like, whoa, is that?
Yeah, it's a lot going on. I was like, for $20,
bro,
that's a lot.
Because I'm telling you, I've been looking at a couple of other conferences. because I'm trying to go. Listen, I may not make it into the sessions, but people of video, that's on my list. I mean, just to be able to go and lay eyes on the Right Reverend Bishop Dr. Gladney, I just got to be there, man. So
are you gonna be there in person?
I'm trying. That's what I'm gonna say right now. I'm gonna
what
try
do you need to get there? What do you need to get there?
No, so Doc was telling me on Monday on the show that there's an LGL discount. So I'm just trying to get that.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
LG. So the promo code is LGLFAM all together, and you get 50% off of the price of your ticket. That's all you need is the coupon code LGLFAM, and you get 50% off of People of Video.
Done.
LGLFAM. Okay.
Yeah.
Kurt, you going solo or you coming with the wife?
Probably solo.
Solo. Okay. All right.
Probably solo. Because it's up in where's it at?
It's gonna be in Albany, New York.
Okay.
I mean, if she comes, so here's the plan. We're trying to get Lem to come, but that's also his wife's birthday. And so we're trying to convince him that if she lets him come for like an hour or two to when we do the B&H meetup, then he can pay for her and Doc can pay for Karen because she's coming as well. And they can just have like a 1 or 2 hours where like ladies just get manicure, pedicure, facials, massages, the whole 9. So like she can have her time, and then he can go and hang with us when we do the B&H meetup, and then it's like a good fit. So if anybody else's spouse is coming, that's a thing that if it happens, if we can get Lem's wife to agree for like that 1 or 2 hours to get her a manicure, pedicure, and all that stuff, like her me time, then if anybody else's spouse is coming, that'll be a good time for some of the spouses of LGL fam to link up and have a good time.
Felicia's asking for the LGL code again as well.
Yeah, LGLFAM. Go to peopleofvideo.com. That's all you need. It's no like special link or anything like that, and you get 50% off of the price of the ticket. Now the prices will be increasing. So like if you didn't catch that early bird special, we're in that second tier of when the prices are a little bit higher. But again, if you use the promo code LGLFAM,
got it.
Use that promo code.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely don't wait till after September 1st, because that's when the number definitely goes up.
Yeah, for sure. I think it'll do well, and it's not like a massively large event like where you feel like you're gonna get lost in the crowd kind of a deal. It's kind of pretty. It's like pretty intimate, like real legit thing, and so like I really appreciate that, because sometimes it's more of like for some of these other ones, not that they're bad or anything like that, but it can be like a fangirl, fanboy out moment, and you really don't get a chance to like talk to the who you came to see, or catch them in the hallway or whatever. So like the fact that it's going to be small, close-knit, or smaller close-knit group, now you get a chance to actually interact with the speakers, and then we actually will have we got Doc and I really been planning for like some massive like LGL specific family stuff or whatever. So like it's gonna be a really good time, and I think it's important after the last 12 to 18 months that everybody's had respectively, no matter where you're at. I think it'll be good to like bump shoulder to shoulder with everybody, have a good hearty laugh, and have some good clean fun.
Yeah,
that's listen.
I think I'm gonna add that to my itinerary, because I'm already going to NAB, and it's the same week. But
is it?
You definitely convinced me to just jump on another plane from Vegas and go up to New York.
I mean, to be honest with you, because so when I was talking to Doc, that was the thing. It's like if we go for as long as we're talking about going, it's like technically, it's like me, him, and David and I were talking. I'm like, we could kind of like do a little bit of a tour, if you will, because it is other stuff that's going on, or other events that we're speaking at. I was like, we could probably get, like some Airbnbs and just kind of like road trip it out a little bit, not driving obviously, but road trip it out a little bit, because you do have a bunch of those events. So just kind of pretty much going to be on the road at that point. And NAB is, right around the corner. I'm curious though, with everything that's happened and like releases kind of just happening on the own company's timeline, what different brands and software companies will be announcing there. Because like, yeah, it's like everybody used to wait to announce stuff at NAB and CES and stuff, and now they just like, we'll drop it when we feel like it.
That's right.
Democratized.
Folks just do what they want now.
Well, I mean, because you set your own pace at that point.
Yeah.
Sony drops camera when they feel like it. Software companies announce announcements when they feel like it. It used to be you had to wait till, not that you had to, but they chose to wait to NAB, CES, and stuff like that because they knew everybody was expecting the newest and latest and greatest to come out of those events. Right. And the one brand that I saw that did it best, even before I switched to Sony, was Sony. They just like, we're not waiting for a once a year thing. We're going to do this every 6 months and every 3, 4, 5 months at one point. New camera.
Boom,
and now
boom.
Yeah, it's like now I can't think of what event it was, but they decided not to be and pay for whatever to be in the local thing, but literally like on the next block, they purchased like a warehouse or like rented it and just had their own Sony creator event. And I thought that was pretty dope.
Wow.
Wow. That's good.
Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah.
Yo, Kevin Cox says that if you put in Ecamm fam, it'll get you a discount on Leap Into Live. But I listen, if you need a discount to go to Leap Into Live, there's a problem.
Right.
That's why I said I wouldn't have paid the full rate there because $20. Shoot,
I was making sure I didn't get locked out of this special something. I was like, it's got to be a higher tier than this.
That's what I was looking at. Like, maybe I'm looking at, is this just
did I miss out? I was like, is the VIP joint going or something? And I was like, this is the VIP thing. So I don't know how Katie and I'm pulling that off. But wait, it's all virtual though, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's saving a lot of the change. Okay, I got it.
Even still though,
it's still, in my opinion,
it's still because
I'm not charging $20.
It'll be a benefit. It'll be a benefit to those that need it, and it'll be a detriment to those that don't really care. Because it's like when you spend more money on something, you make sure you use it. You make sure you attend, like you don't miss. But if it's something that you can just kind of, if it's ignorable more or less, you don't worry about it. You forget. That's why so many of us lose out on something like, if you come back within the next 14 days, you get X, Y, and Z thing for free. And next thing you know, it's 12 months later, and that little card is still sitting in your glove box, even though you've attended 4 other times. Mm-hmm. But you don't use it because it was free. It didn't cost you anything.
That's the problem. Oh, come on. Diana Gladney.
That's
my
good
God.
Right there. Yeah, that's good right there.
I'm telling you. Yo, I think Alicio just popped up on Doc's stream, and he's like, we live. He doesn't know that I'm streaming to Doc's channel.
No, Alicio, he live. Yeah, Kirk is live.
Yeah,
we
live.
We riding the coattail right now.
This is
Kirk,
yo.
You always on that next level stuff, man. I love it.
Listen. I just like to test things, man. That's
because you know what's funny. You're the technical on the computer nerdy-ish guy. I'm the nerdy guy with equipment and stuff. So I'm gonna figure out like people like, man, you using a freaking jib. I'm like, yeah, I'm messing around with lights and stuff, but like. And it's funny how iron sharpens iron because I look and I'm like, all right, what is Kurt doing new now? Like, what is he working and got stuff? James does it too. I got to give it to him. He does that.
You know I do, and I'm sitting here watching you the other night buying new lights myself, and it don't make.
And that's why I said, you know what? Listen. My spirit said, don't click on that video. Go to bed. Put your wallet away. Go to bed.
Yeah, put your wallet away.
I like it.
Put your wallet away. Go to bed. Let me say something to Dean Reynolds real quick. Listen, so this is actually the point of the live stream. We're testing this new feature that Restream I don't even think it's public yet. Honestly, it's something that they sent me a link. Was like, yo, we added this to your account. Can you test it? And what it is, it is, I don't think. Anyway, what it is it allows when I set up an event in Restream, it allows me to send a link to the people that I'm going to have on my show. Let's say if I had all 3 of the people that are on screen, if I was going to have them all on my show, I would send them this link and then when they click it, it would say to them, do you want to enter as a guest, or do you want to enter and have it stream on your channels as well? Now, of course, they would all have to have Restream accounts, and they would have to have their social media connected to their Restream. But once that's done, so Doc did it and then James did it. So I'm actually streaming. So they both connected their YouTube channels to my event in Restream. And then because of course they have full rights to their channels, no permissions. I didn't need any permissions. I didn't need no password, nothing. And so boom, now I'm streaming on James' channel, I'm streaming on my channel, I'm streaming on the How It All Works Facebook page, and I'm streaming on Doc's channel. Now, Doc tried to link up the Let's Get Live Facebook joint, but it didn't quite work. So that's another note that I'm taking down right now, just because I'm like, okay, that didn't work.
Wait, I have Restream now, so I could have got a link from Restream.
Yeah, listen, you the first person I hit.
You know what? I missed
you the first, because I hit you first. I was like, dude. I said in one of the groups, I was like, yo, I'm trying to test out this Restream thing. Is anybody free? And you said yes. So I hit you first. Before I knew it, Doc was in. So I was like, all right, cool. And then James hit me privately, was like, yo, I'm down if you're still doing it. And I sent him the link too.
Sent me a link though, did you?
I thought I sent you the how did you get in here?
From the eCam. So
yeah,
I got
that rolled in.
That was the first link. I sent you the eCam link so you could come in here, and then I was gonna send you the next link to get into Restream. But no, you can only do it before the event goes live. That's the thing that we figured out. So when Doc came in, he tried the link, and it was like, well, this event is already passed. So I was like, okay, I deleted that event, created a new one, and pushed that one out as well. And here's the funny thing. Let me see if, I don't know if I can still show this. Where's that? This is the image. This is the image that we were using in Restream. That's not it either. Where'd that image go? We had an image up, didn't we?
Yeah.
Good night, Albert. Meanwhile, Doc is at an appointment right now, so make sure you send your super chats over to howitallworks.com/datpaper.
Dat paper. All right, this is the clip art joint that we did. This is the clip art joint that we were using to do the stream joint. So I just drew that together real quick.
James looks like an actor that we.
I wanted to say something, but I was just like, just be quiet. Just be quiet. I was just like. Oh, what was that?
What was that? I was just like, please tell me I'm not the only one that heard that.
Oh yeah.
Lord, why mess up when you start talking about me? Lord, that's the Lord coming after y'all, boy. Coming after
the FBI knows that your alias has been leaked, Mr. Bond.
You be looking too. You see, I'm looking like something. What's going on? I'm glad that wasn't me.
Next thing you know, Alexa's gonna start saying, "Initiating initiative 262."
Listen, you that kind of guy.
We're gonna find out what. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out about James real soon.
Real soon.
You too, Mosifus. We see you riding your bike in questionable neighborhoods, just like you got the name Mosifus.
We're gonna all hook up like we're gonna all hook up and like Delroy Lindo and Denzel Washington gonna be walking down the street like, James, what's going on, man?
Yeah, we're gonna be like, you know, he'll be like, yo, keep it low.
They be like, we going for tomorrow. We going for tomorrow. Okay, like go meet us down at the pier. We going on the yacht tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it's like keep it low. I want everybody to know who I am.
Stories. I got some stories too. It's all good, but you know it's all family here. So you got stories. I got stories.
This is priceless. Anyway, listen, I'm not gonna hold y'all no longer. This is priceless, y'all. I mean, I'm definitely gonna probably create another scenario because I'd like to see that other thing that Diane is saying. I want to see how that would work, and yeah, that's probably going to be another sleepless night for me, but I just got to see it in action. But why is that nickname? Why is that his nickname? It's terrible. Whose nickname? Which one? You talking about Mosifus?
Mosifus, the Black Poet.
Yeah, who's that? I got that. That's like a combination of Doc and Diana. That's like
that's all Doc. Mosifus, the Black Poet. That is all Doc.
My sound guy at my church, he still calls you Mosifus to this day. He's like, he don't even know your real name. He just knows you as Mosifus.
So look, this is what I was about to do, and then I saw y'all live. I said I'm gonna save it because I was gonna inspire some people. But look, this is what I'm working on. Doing this.
Oh man, bruh.
What is it? What is it?
So it's just a shot. It's just a shot on the side. And so I was actually gonna go live and just talk about, night shift. And I'm literally just gonna have this move, but I'm never gonna look at this camera right here.
Right,
so I'll always be looking into here. And kind of like what you do on Friday nights, Kurt, when y'all get to the deep discussions, but it's going to be like short. I'm not going to make it long. It's kind of like that nighttime inspiration. So just to do that, and so
that joint is moving. You're killing me right now.
On the jib,
tracking him to make sure he remains centered as well. Let us not.
So it's going 3 points. It's just. So here it is. It's going 3 points.
Why you killing me tonight, bruh? What in the world?
That's it right there. So that's what I was going to do a live on to do some dynamic stuff. Like even like Kurt, like when you talk, there's certain things that you say that's deep that you could almost end your lives like this. You know what I'm saying? With a slider or something and like close out, because it really does stick with people and you can repurpose it.
Bruh, that's so dope.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's zooming in and out.
Yo, hit that top down, hit that BTS shot again.
The room?
Yeah.
This one here?
Golly. I gotta get my stuff together. Look at this guy's joint.
Look, bro.
Meanwhile, everybody else got dirty socks hiding in the back of the stream.
I don't want to see BTS. I can't even do that shot
right now.
This is simplified. It's simplified. You understand?
Listen, I can't even do that shot. That's not even a thing.
I wanted to ask you, Mosifus, because the question came up. Somebody asked like how you are powering and connecting it and for your whatever stream, and I couldn't tell them because I didn't know. So first question, what is the length as far as feet for the HDMI cable that you're running? And then how are you personally powering that I think it's a 5100 up in the corner?
Oh, everything is dummy battery. So the simple dummy battery cable. And here, so this guy here, this is another floater. So it's an A51 just sitting on a monopod. And I just put a dummy battery on it, and I'll keep like a HD, what do you call it? The HD, it's the Elgato HD S Plus. And what I like about it, you can put a monitor on it, capture card. Yeah. And you can put a monitor on it because it has say it again?
Like the HD60S by Elgato, that one? Okay.
Yes, but you want the plus. You want the HD 50S Plus. But long story short, I put 25 super thin cables on there, 25 footers, so that I can move it around the room. So actually the YouTube video that I'll have done by the end of the week is basically about the jib, the slider, and having what I call floater cameras.
Nice.
And so, if you're doing product stuff, you can move it all around. And I just like to stay hardwired. It's funny because I got the wireless. I just don't like it. Even if it's low latency, it's like, why add an extra battery and jump around the room? It's like, it's only me in the room. So I'm not going to trip over a 25 footer.
I've seen, what was it, Locke Chung on his channel. I love Locke. He's an incredible creator. Some company, I'm trying to think, sent him an HD wireless, and the delay was not bad. So it's like, I've seen other ones, and it's just like, yeah, but this, yeah, but that. And it's like, well, it's a lot of yeah, buts. So it's like, how well does it really work? And it wasn't until, it's like one of his last videos, I'm gonna have to see what it is, but that was the only HD wireless type something that I've seen that, like, if it was something I was going to try for like a wireless type of a thing, then it would be that kind of a deal. So I'm gonna have to look back into that and, see if I get my hands on one. Cause I think in some scenarios it would be fun to have, but like at the home studio, it definitely makes sense to be wired for sure. Right. But I could definitely see like some wireless setups. Here's my thing.
Number one, you have to get the audio back into it, and look how much we love our mics. From the MV7s, the SM7Bs, whatever mic we have. Everybody's like, "Oh, your mic." So why would you take it and run into the other room? Now you pull the quality out of the microphone, right? And then you got to still be able to monitor. So we need to be in front of our computers anyway. So I just, Kurt, what's funny in the Ecamm community? If you go back, I did a wireless for Christmas. I showed the wireless hands-free, and the targeting where it moves around the room and chases you. But I'm like, if I'm on a live, I need to interact in the computer. So if you're sitting at the desk anyway, what is the wireless going to do?
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that, as much as y'all talk bad about me, I save people and say, don't go spending your money on, ooh, look, no cords, mom. It's
but Mosifus, like, you got people out here.
That's the wallets thing, though.
Running for the
exactly.
For the hills,
it won't
man.
matter. Exactly, it won't matter because they'll hear that disclaimer and they'll say, "I'm gonna do it anyway."
yeah, bro.
Hey,
a couple of times,
But shout outs to y'all on everything that everybody on here helps each other out with, because we have to maintain the main message. And we have to maintain, we're helping you to hit, like, the reason why I'm live is because Diana Gladly, I don't have crowd fright, nothing like that, but I was thinking I needed too many things to go live. And every time when I'm slacking, it's because I think I need something else. This right now, the time that I haven't been live is because I'm specifically working on stuff. And I know why I need a tripod. I know why I changed my light. I know why I did something. But there was a time when I'm just like, all right, I got the mic, got the camera, and I'm like, oh, I got to get a color light. You don't have to have a color light. You understand what I'm saying? And people get caught up and they keep thinking they need stuff. And then you have the enablers that start going, buy this, buy that, buy that. And then people keep thinking, and then everybody gets to the brag moment. Oh, I got 20 of them. You know, if you finally get a color light, somebody got to come up and be like, I got 15 of those joints. And you're like, why you hating on my little parade?
give me my little, give me my shine for just the 2 seconds.
15 of those joints.
hey, wait, Diana, I'm about to do one of your things. Now, Kurt, you're going to laugh at this, and we can get back to whatever y'all was talking about. This is the funniest thing
that we're going to land the plane.
I was about to piss everybody off.
Oh, he's back for real? Where?
He in the chat.
Yeah. Somebody,
God, are you serious?
He creeping in his own chats.
Somebody actually asked me, they were like, so I was talking to somebody and they were like, yo, I'm gonna get a camera because they got some money now. They got a couple of G's. So they like, yeah, what's the camera you use? And I was like, a A6100. I said it on purpose, right? And they did their research. They said, I thought you said you got a 66 or what's the A7 full frame? I said, yeah, I have that too. It was like, well, what? How you hating? You want to tell me something? So I already know they need lights. They talk about the slider and everything. I said, if I were you, I would just get the A61. They was like, I'm gonna put it on the tripod and stuff. And I busted them with this one. I said, you know what I would never do? I would never put my A7C on my glide gear, right, tripod. And dude was like, why? I said, because I'm not going to take a $2,000 camera with a $1,000 lens and post it up in a permanent position, and let alone if I got to take it off and take pictures of Diana Verdra when she comes over, we take pictures outside. Why am I going to put an A7C up there, take it on and off? I said, bro, get you an A61 and then put a Sigma lens. If you want to treat yourself, I said, get a 64 if you want. I said, but I'm gonna be honest, I've been rocking an A61 forever. And dude's sitting there looking at me, but he's caught between a rock and a hard place because he's debating on spending $700 and going up to $2,000 just because. So listen, I can be a little bit of an influencer and a negative, but you gonna rest assured, I got that Diana Gladney spirit. I know why I told you with the Canon M50, but I didn't tell you. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta follow. And remember, Kurt, this what we do. This is what we do with Kurt. Now watch this, James Diana. Faith comes by hearing and hearing. You don't hear and stop. Okay? Because once you stop, you're going to be caught and you're going to be confused. So disclaimer to all of us with equipment. When you see Diana with the new camera, right? The new ZV, do not say I'm stuck with this old one because of Diana and she got the new one, because Diana's not going to tell you to get rid of it.
I'm saying that already.
Listen,
I'm saying that already because I got people's like, man, I just got the ZV1 because I said, listen, I am an educator.
Yeah.
Educator. Right. I said, I am telling you who this is for that may just be getting in, want a lateral move. They looking for their second thing, blah, blah, blah. I said, I am an educator. If I was only creating content I never would have needed to get anything probably past the A6400 because I wouldn't be doing more educational content around cameras that requires me to now have a second camera. And sometimes it's like the reason why I needed a third camera is because if I'm talking into one, I need another one for a top down shot. And I got that one that's being used for the tutorial or the whatever. I was like, and you're not finna be bouncing. You're going to burn more time and efficiencies by not having that extra camera. You know what I'm saying? Like in a couple hours, I've more than purchased that camera plus other stuff with it. Then if I'm just trying to fight myself in the efficiency, I said, but you got to think, I am educating entrepreneurs about video. You are not. You keep buying all the cameras if you want to. When I said like at this point, Mosif, you know, I tell them, if you gonna buy every time I'm buying a camera, just get your wallet ready. That's all I'm telling you. Get your wallet ready.
This is what we're going to say.
In hand.
Get it ready.
Keep it in hand. Anna said, boy.
I'm just saying you might as well like you use a Post-it note. You might as well get your debit card, get the little number on the back, your little 3 digits, 4, depending on who you use. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got just go ahead and auto-fill that thing in because you're gonna be buying some stuff.
You know, I mean, this is the thing. I've heard you say this as well, Diane, and this is the same thing I'm saying to folks is, I mean, at the end of the day, you bought it for a specific purpose. The only way that it could be a waste is if you didn't use it. If you didn't use it for nothing, if you didn't meet a need with that camera, right? Then of course, then you're gonna be salty. And you salty, you trying to blame that on somebody else. That's all you.
You know who gets salty?
It don't
people
even
that
matter.
Don't make content. That's who gets salty. The people that don't make content.
Say that one more again.
You hit it on the money.
The people that get salty don't make content. You just buy gear.
Yo, Migs, you playing dangerously right now, Migs. I'm just
first of all, pause for the cause. Migs, I'm gonna tell you, like I told you on my Friday live stream.
Migs,
if you want to see these hands, no, just
Migs, you playing real dangerous right here, brother.
Hey, Migs. Just saying, brother. I'm gonna put that right there.
James.
I'm just gonna put that right there, brother.
Migs, you playing real dangerous right now.
Okay, listen. He came on my Friday live. We did a 5-hour energy stream, me and Doc, on my channel last Friday.
Yeah, I saw that joint.
Man, he come in there. We dropping fires up, but you know what I'm saying? But a Nikon can't even see itself. We ain't talking about Nikon today. Okay,
destroyed.
We ain't talking about it. He's like, but you know, what about us? Now it's limits to this. Okay, it's limits to this.
Abort.
Okay.
Listen,
don't do it.
I told him. I said,
over there.
Listen, I said, you want to come to my stream telling me about some other camera? I said, hit the join link if you bad.
Hit the join. Listen.
No,
dare him. Dare him to hit the join link. No.
Yeah. There you
now listen, y'all. You know what the worst thing is?
I can't make it.
Here's the funny thing. You know, remember we understand the phrase, God gives seed to the sower, right?
This guy, man. You're killing me tonight, man.
When you're going to use it, there's a principle of giving. And so when I've given stuff away because I had need of something else and I have too much of, I'm looking at, or I'm compelled to give to the creators. The collectors, I'm not inspired to give to the collectors. Because collectors in the creative space is not good. Because if you just collecting, that's when everybody, I got 20 screens. It's like, what are you using them for? Because if you don't tell me what you're using them for, you know what I'm saying? I'm not drawn to you. And so there are people that are enablers. What they do is they got the money to get stuff. But then I start realizing I can't follow you up because you don't do nothing with all the stuff you told me you got. Creators are people that's going to use it. And so for me, I don't just have 7 cameras, but I make use of them and I do a certain thing with it. Step number 1, here we go, Kurt, seek first the kingdom, right?
So when I started on it now,
I'm doing storytelling. I'm not going to just sit there and preach every Sunday like this. So that's the reason why I'm doing something like this when I'm telling the story. There's a reason why I'm flipping the camera around and moving it when I'm telling the story. But now for content creation, I'm like, okay, I had to rethink this thing. How am I going to use it? And it's funny because a couple of people are asking me about the jib. And they said, okay, I'm going to get a jib and I can get rid of the slider. I said, why would you do that? And they said, because you got the jib, you don't need nothing else. And first thing I showed them, the jib's going to do this, right? And it's going to do that. That's a movement you can't get with the slider. However, you still need the slider to keep this steady move. That's the reason why you have those two pieces of expensive equipment. So I'm everything I have need of, or I'm going to create with it, not just to have it so that everybody think, oh, I'm gonna buy that, I'm gonna buy that. Right. There's a reason for it. You know, the A7C, I told a couple people, it's because that camera moves around. That's why I have it on this petite setup here, because I need to move it at any given moment. I got to go out. I got to take footage and stuff like that. I'm not putting that on the tripod on a teleprompter. Like, you know,
get an iPod Touch if they want to put it on. You know what I'm saying?
iPod Touch will do the job. Yo, let me do a little Clubhouse station identification. So because one of the what we would originally went live to do was to test out a Restream feature. So Migs, I know you coming through on. I think you're on the How It All Works channel on Facebook, because that's where I'm streaming on Facebook. But yeah, that's where you are. And I think, Danita, that's probably where you are as well. And so, and then I see Rob Vols. Okay, he was asking if this is Audio Jungle. No.
No. That's an inside joke because I was on Doc's stream, or it was a Keely stream in the Let's Get Live group. And she was wanting just to test something out or what have you. And so somehow we was just goofing around. And so I was just saying, like, somehow we got on audio stuff or whatever. I was like, Audio Jungle. And it just like, I kept saying it every few seconds. Like, and so eventually Alec that's in the chat over on Doc's channel, Alec gets the audio, rips it, cleans it up. And it's like, here you go, guys. So it's like, it's just, so it's like, so clean. It's So it's like Audio Jungle. It's like,
okay, that's dope.
Right.
That's dope. Right. I'm so glad to be on the inside for that joke, because that joint, I was like, no, this is a custom beat. This is a custom beat. Now, but Migs and for those that just popped in, these things you see underneath us, these are our Restream chats from our different channels. So my channel, Doc's channel, and James's channel, because we're using Restream to stream to all of our channels from my Restream account. So we created the event and it's streaming to all of our channels, because I can invite them in to not only be a guest on the show, but actually to have their channels come through with them. So it's kind of a crazy scenario. And I'm looking at ways to duplicate it without this feature, but this is going to be dope.
And we're still hijacking Doc's thing, but honestly, to be truthful, it's a good use of it, because if Doc is like, I need to dip out for like 45 minutes again, let's say there's a massive event or something like that or whatever, Doc could go, you bring in the next person like you did with Mosifus. There's no change in the content, and before you know it, things is back, and it's like, okay, our next segment is with Doc and blah blah blah. Like, so you know what I'm saying? Like, and he didn't have to shut his stream down. He literally just come back in, re-mic back up.
And that's exactly right, Diana, because I still have another spot. So if Doc finishes, I hope we're done before he finishes, though. But if Doc finishes, he could realistically come right back in, and I could just drop him on the screen, and away we go.
Because that's the thing. It's like, so all he did was exit out, but he didn't shut down his stream. It's like he didn't shut down his computer, because if he shut down his computer,
I would have to shut down the stream, because
no. I'm saying he didn't shut down his stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get you, but I'm saying the way we stream set this up, I'm actually streaming.
I'm saying his computer is still basically awake, more or less. So he still has access to his Restream account or whatever. So even if he completely shut down,
so
that's what I'm saying. Like in some respect, his computer is still awake, or even if it's still like active. Yeah, it's not like maybe.
It has to be.
So you saying the browser's still open?
I have his chat embedded right below Mosifus, so it has to be awake.
Right, so he probably did like he always do, which is don't shut his stuff down, don't log out or none of that. He just stopped. You know what I'm saying? So him getting up and he walks away lets his stream remain active.
Right.
But when you shut down the stream, that's probably going to stop his stream for sure.
Yeah, well, because I'm the
you're
source.
Yeah, you're the captain.
But yes, totally. I follow you. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's one thing
but
I would say too.
Done is to go in the studio, right? That would have been the only way if he did it purposefully go in the studio that YouTube
and then shut it down in the studio. Yep. He would have to physically go in there.
One thing I would say.
Yeah. Okay.
One thing I would say is like they're gonna have to find language for this and tell them for good, all things that are good and holy. Do not use that master and slave terminology. Like Please. People, okay, it's like you got the primary streamer and you have the sub streamers or whatever you want to call it, or you know what I'm saying,
slave.
like
no master slave, yeah.
It's like they always default. We could just call it the master and slave feature. It's like, get your life together. It's like
well, you're not gonna call it that.
Okay, shoot. It's like, but yeah, if they can adjust the terminology for like the primary streamer or the parent streamer and the child account or whatever, however they want to go with it, that way that the identification knows, and then also tutorials can be easier to saying like, if you're the primary streamer, if you're the dominant streamer and you're going to go at the secondary streamers and this is what they need to do, this is what you need to do, so the language is clear.
Exactly. The language needs to be clear, because even as we're explaining it, I'm even saying to myself, that does not sound exactly right. Let me say something to Black and Blue, who's in the chat right now. They did send me the code. They sent me the what you said? Someone else has chatted. Okay, so they gave you the URL feeds to their chats. Yes. So James gave me the URL for his chat, and I brought that in as a widget. What do you call this thing here? What kind of a?
I'd say it's kind of like a widget. It's a widget,
accurate. Right? Yeah,
a chat widget. Yeah.
Chat widget. So I brought it in. And you get the code or the link, and you bring it in as a chat widget in Ecamm, and I just brought it on screen. Brought James is on screen, so James is under him. Doc's chat stream. I guess you guys can't see it, but I named them. That's how I'm able to figure out which one it is. You can see where it says.
I have it. Well, I see the chat that's coming into your channel because I'm a guest through Ecamm. Okay. But because I had clicked on Docs to see if his was still live, I was trying to see would there be a delay of when it, it's like 30 seconds and then his stream stops automatically or whatever. But just to see if like it was still going, I'm on my phone on Doc stream and it's still active. People still coming in, popping out. Like, where is Doc? Like we're confused. Like the chat's still going.
That is not Doc right there. What in the world?
Right.
Yeah, and
Doc got a new haircut. He grew hair.
so
like 15 people in this chat.
Yo, Luis,
right.
Camera Junkie is saying, he's saying, Diana, even if Doc shuts down his stream, because Kirk is kind of the source, wouldn't it stay up?
I mean, at some extent, it has to be a stop. It has to be a stop. So, I mean, because either I can refresh my link so that even by accident, you don't stream to my account again, if I'm in Doc News.
No,
so
it would just be it's one event. It's one event.
One event. Okay.
Yeah. So I created an event and then I shared the event to James and to Doc. So not my account, just the event. But
so Doc would have to stop that event himself
in his
restream in order for you not to have access any longer. Right. But if he does not, then it remains active at that point through you being able to control it. So when you stop, then it's also by default stops his as well. Okay, so that's the other thing. It's like, what are the behaviors of the feature? Right. So like that's when I would quantify as like a behavior, because that makes sense at that point.
Yeah. But the thing. Yeah, because once I end the stream as the source, as the primary source, then everything, because that's where the river started. So everything downstream dies.
Miguel, you can't see the chat because you use Nikon cameras that can't focus.
Wow! What a stab!
35mm.
She did a Lola on him.
Yo, I told you, Migs, you playing with fire, brother.
Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. I still grew up in the hood, okay? Okay, listen, you know what's funny? it's like a couple years ago, I was at church and I can't remember what happened. Oh, it was like when, unfortunately, it was like that one guy was going around doing shootings in churches and stuff. So I'm like, well, I can carry in church. And I tell you what, I was like, if that news reporter come in on this St. Louis location, it's like local St. Louis churchgoers ran out the shooter. Neighborhood spectators say he was running at 50 miles per hour. Gunshots was coming from the participants at church. We'll be back after break. It'll be a different story report for this one. And so my pastor, assistant pastor, he gets up like the following Sunday or whatever. And he was like, he's like, I'd like Diana because she'll shoot you first and pray for you later. And then we live on Facebook. Right. And I'm like, what I'm like, golly.
She'd be like, and the peace of God transcendeth all understanding.
You're going to get to know your Lord and Savior one way or the other.
One way or the other. You going
one way or the other, you will be saved. You better saved from these bullets or saved in Christ. Amen.
Hey, Kurt, Diana's favorite hymn was "If I Hold My Peace."
Listen, you better see him in peace because you seeing me in violence.
Listen, exactly. It's like, listen, I ain't been saved quite right. Don't know if that baptismal pool took.
Yeah, the Lord's still working with you.
Okay, right. All the scriptures to say peace.
This is why some people practice full immersion, not the sprinkle stuff, y'all.
Exactly. Some people can't just do it. They can't do a touch. They need to be, hold them down. Hold them down.
Listen, I'll be honest. When I had to baptize some folk, it was some of them young people. I was like, I'm gonna hold them down here for a little while,
a little bit longer. It needs to be a come to Jesus moment.
Listen, my brother was such a hellion. He gonna say, when I go to get baptized, he said, I'm gonna put some of them antacid tablets in my pockets and in my mouth and start shaking like, and the water be foaming.
Yo, even the pastor might jump out that joint.
Listen, like, why leave him down?
They be like, why that kid fighting in the woods? Like, oh, he just shouting. He got the Holy Ghost. He all right.
What's
like, let me out.
Hey, Diana, you know how some of the pools have a little clear section so you can see them dunk them?
Yeah, you can see that.
If that mug starts bubbling,
close the blind.
People in the pews would get up and start walking backwards.
Listen, look, I'd tip out immediately. Like, I'm just enough of this.
That's it for me.
All the ushers and left. Ain't nobody watching the doors of the church.
Nope.
It was one assistant pastor.
He in the pool fizzing. Nope.
It was one assistant pastor. He was like 6'5", 6'6", something, big man. He said he got one of them young brothers that's coming, and he said, and it's like if your hands are real big, you cover their whole face when you're taking them down. He said he was trying to get up. He pushed them back down a little bit longer and stuff. Because he trying to make sure he get him all the way down. This, he kind of bucking because he don't want to go all the way. He's like, no, you need to go. Be fully submerged. He's like one of the deacons. Like, let him up. He's something. No, he all right. He
good.
Yo, I was at. Let me tell you. This is a true story. I nearly died, and to this day we call this dude Double Dip. We call him Double Dip to this day. So the pastor's on the stage and the two elders are in the pool with the brother who's getting baptized, and so he's like, "Yo, in the name of the Father, in the name of the Son," and they dipped him. Mm-hmm. They did a full dip too, right? And I'm not talking about no small dip. They dipped him, and then they pull him up, and then the pastor's like, "Well, I didn't finish." All right, so he puts his hand back up. He's like, "In the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Ghost," and then they dip him. And then they, bring him back up, and that was it. But I'm telling you, to this day, we still call him Double Dip.
Listen.
I said, you got a get out of jail free card, Doc. You got 2 dips in 1 baptism. You got this thing, brother.
Man, I remember when I was going to get baptized, you had to be 12 because they wanted to make sure you fully understood like what was happening in that whole process and stuff. So they wanted you to be 12 before you get fully submerged. So I'm 12 years old and it's like at our annual church conference and all of that. And so I'm short though too. And so it's like this whole room, you got all these people and then you got this baptismal room. It's like in this super small room. And so you would hear the person go down. So you hear the splash and then they would start singing some song or whatever. And so I remember I remember in the back of the room next to my mom and daddy, I'm about ready to pass out because I thought you had to hold your breath. And like, I only heard the one splash to go down. So I figured you got to hold your breath
for the whole
while they
song.
sing this song. Oh, no. Yeah. And then you come back up. So I'm sitting, I'm like, okay, they go 1, 2, 3, like, shh. And I'm like, oh. And I'm sitting in the back, like practicing, holding my breath. And then I'm like, about ready to pass. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm practicing. They like, practicing for what? Hold my breath so I don't drown. They was like, what are you talking about? So we back there getting loudest. I'm like, so I don't drown. I'm trying to hold my breath. They was like, why are you holding your breath? And my mom was like, just shut up. Everybody shut up. It's like 6 of us. They like, you don't hold your breath. I'm like, yes, you do. Or you gonna drown. So it's like after... It's like after
now
the
we
thing.
understand Diana much better on this platform. This is how she's always been.
Okay. And so I'm like, Mama, I don't want to get baptized. I can't hold my breath long enough. She was like, you gotta go. I said, I can't hold my breath long enough. She was like, you can't hold your breath for 3 seconds. I was like, Mama, it was like 2 minutes and a half seconds she was like, you do not hold your breath the whole. So I still didn't quite go down all the way. I'm like grabbing stuff. Wow. And it was my uncle. Wow. It was my uncle. So I'm like, make sure, like, hey, like, it's like.
That
she
is
like
priceless.
salmon in migration time going upstream.
That's priceless.
Fighting it, jumping out the water, all of that. My aunt wiping my face off. Then I'm just having a problem.
My goodness. Let me tell you, them baptism stories, boy. I couldn't touch the bottom of the pool when I got baptized. So I'm literally holding on to the pastor's like wrists for dear life because I'm like, oh Lord, if this brother, he gonna dunk me and I can't even touch the bottom, it's a problem right now.
Listen, right. It's like it's all your bad experiences at the community pools. You like, I don't know, Lord. It's like I need an angel here to witness. Like I need to make sure I'm gonna come back up all right. Shoot.
Kelly said, I'm truth. Out there in these streets keeping them trolls in.
Oh, that's real, because I know Doc got trolls over on that channel. I know that's real.
Got you. Okay.
I know.
Well, it's quite a few moderators on Doc's channel, so it should be good.
Yeah. Yeah, the moderators are keeping it in check. Somebody said, oh Lord, the double dipper.
He said, look, Mr. Camera Junkie talking about some Diana 3/4 dip. Listen, dip. I promise you, listen, whatever didn't get fully submerged got splashed back. So I'm like, listen, I'm close. You know what I'm saying? I'm close.
3/4 dip.
I went in the water early in life, and then I went back home to Virginia a few years ago and saw them trifling brothers there. Oh, I hope they're not listening right now, but I said, Lord, I need to rededicate my life. I sure did make that walk one more again.
It's recorded,
you know that walk you gotta make, right? You gotta make that walk down the middle of the aisle. I said.
Right. It's like James, like, I need to get redipped because I don't trust the one who took me down. He's like,
the one who took me down. The one who took me down. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, that brother touched that holy water. He about disintegrated. He was sinful enough.
I need a refund. A refund.
Yo, Steven Wicks is asking, can you still bring up and feature individual chat messages on stream? Only from my stream. That's why I put the other chat, widgets on screen, because I can't bring up those other comments on screen. I can bring up my comment. So like your comment, see how that comes in on screen right there. I could bring that up, but I can't bring up anybody else's. So I just wanted to answer that question real quick, man.
I see.
That's why I was like, go ahead. And I told James and Doc, give me your chat widget link. And then I brought that in. And then I brought mine up as well. So that actually is working. Because
if you can technically then, if you did a chat widget, you could do the buy me a coffee widget.
Yeah, you could give me. Can you have multiple of those at the same time?
I don't know. That's I'm just thinking of all the possibilities, because I'm like, so here, for example, sometimes
that buy me a coffee widget, it's in the same place on everybody's stream.
But I'm saying, like, even if the notifications are off, I'm saying for it to filter into the account. So for example, sometimes when people are streaming, they want the donations that's even coming from their community to go to the host streamer. Okay, well, if we wanted to do that and we wanted to do that through Buy Me a Coffee, technically, again, if like we gave you the widgets or whatever, I mean, like granted, like you could have your Buy Me a Coffee, but I'm just like curious for widget functionality, what all works, what all, doesn't. And if so, what will happen?
Creative Way says you can have as many as you want.
But here's but you won't be able to see them because it's a fixed location.
Oh,
I mean, technically you could. You just would see that bottom gray bar, or you could realign it so that they're vertical. Because all you can do is just resize it, but that means you'll see the scroll bar at the bottom. But instead of it being native to just that bottom lower third section, you could realign the other ones and just hide that bottom gray bar. You know what I'm saying?
Kinda, but I haven't been able to resize the BMAC widget. It's
if you got the box checked, then no. But if you have it unchecked, then yes.
Oh, you got to resize that.
You
don't want that notification popping up all over the place, right? You want to get that part to be either right over your head or whatever, and you can resize that.
Yeah, Digital Glow, you can't use the record only feature. You'd actually, so in the bottom right corner of Ecamm, you would need to actually select either record only mode or Restream mode. And in Restream mode, you're sending everything that's happening in Ecamm as to Restream, and Restream is distributing your feed, your stream, I should say, to all the different destinations that you have set up. So record only mode is just what it's called. It's record only.
Oh, Mr. Camera Junkie said he did exactly that. So he's done that. Interesting.
Oh, good. So you've done multiple. Okay, that's great. That's good to know. Good to know. Listen, we in here.
Oh, okay. Well,
we in here.
Gotta start doing it.
All right, fam.
It's just a lot of functionality. It's a lot of functionality here.
I'm trying to. But I was gonna say, Digital Glow or Align. That I'm in the middle of a Ecamm series on my channel, and that's gonna be one of. Actually, I think I just covered the destinations piece in a video day before yesterday. What's today? Yeah, day before yesterday. So, check that out. Check out some of the recent videos on my channel if you can, because I covered that whole thing. And I did one yesterday for Restream, just Restream, and went into Restream and then came back to Ecamm and showed what it looks like there and how you select events and all that stuff. So definitely check that out. And if you have questions, drop a comment. I'll make sure I get back to you for sure. All right, bet.
All right.
Listen, fam, this was real. This is good.
Yes, sir.
I'm heading on upstairs.
To the upper room.
Y'all listen, y'all. All I'm saying to everybody in the chat, everybody that has been watching, make sure you are registered for Leap Into Live. That's all I'm saying.
Leap Into Live. Leap
Into Live is gonna be something else this year, fam. Like that lineup is stupid. It is ridiculous. So
keynote speaker right here to my right.
That's
all
right.
I'm saying.
That's right.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm right here too. I'm ready. I'm bringing a Hammond B3 when she get
up. Taking note. Look, I ain't gonna be in the back sleeping like I was in college. I'm gonna be in the front of the room.
right in the front.
Not looking for no cliff notes. I am
okay.
It looks long form.
That and then the people of Video Joint. Listen, y'all, you guys have sold me. James said it, but I didn't say it earlier. But James said he took the words right out of my mouth. Y'all got me sold. Just the fact that I think I was trying to figure out is this really gonna be worth it? But just the meetup function portion of it, man. Just the selfies and the opportunity to even possibly do a pop-up live. Man, it's just gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. Yes. I don't see how I can miss it. So definitely.
Yeah. It's gonna be dope.
Alec Johnson says bombs, drugs, bad words.
He trying to. He said, "Let me give the mod something to moderate."
Give some mod something to moderate.
Anybody that says the word drugs, that like drug dealers don't say the word drugs. They have a whole other term.
Oh yeah. Hey, listen. Hey, wait. So y'all remember what butter was? Y'all know what drug butter was, right?
Yeah.
Right. So back in the day in the hood, my mom, we would go shopping in the hood. And me and my sister knew what it was because my uncles on my mom's side was the drinkers, out the street, whatever. So we knew butter was cocaine. So my mom's old school Southern Baptist girl, and we shopping, we got some Buster Brown shoes and stuff. And the guy's like, I got that butter. I got that butter. And he was like, got that butter. My mom was like, you got butter? How much you selling it for? So we looking at my mom like, yo, that's not butter. And so we young, so we like, mama, nah. And she like, nah, the man said he got butter. I'm saying he got butter. How much you got?
Okay. That's when you like, hold up, mom, hold up.
Because listen, around in the hood in Philly, there's the supermarket, then there's the dude that got the stuff that fell off the back of the truck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you get eggs for cheap. You got watermelons off the truck from down south. So my mom like, no, he said he got butter. Where the butter at? You gonna show me the butter? And I'm like, Mom, we like, Mom. And then the dude kind of looking like, okay, she don't know what we talking about. And then she's mad with him because he's looking at me and my sister, and we like, she don't know. So he backs off. He was like, all right. My mom was like, you gonna interrupt? So she's arguing with him like, then we explain, we like, Mom, he's selling cocaine. She was like, well, then call it cocaine. If it's butter, call it butter. But if it's cocaine, just say cocaine. And we like, Mom, it's like a street name. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like,
this is the sniff, not spread.
Not the spread.
My mom, she's wonderful old school. Like, we like, yo, Mom, like, no. So when you have to tell her what it is, you can't tell her the code names. Because she'll make a scene sometimes. She like, he said he got grass. Like, what kind of grass? Like, I don't need grass. Like, Mom, that's weed. You know what I mean? Like,
you do lawn repair. Where your truck at? Let me see your business card.
Man, what tripped me out, Musifus, is my mom was working as a nurse with all these young nurses, and she would come home with the wildest slang. And so, like, sometimes I remember going to my aunt's house in New York, and I called home to let my parents know that I arrived. And she was like, oh, you there with Auntie Alita? I'm like, yeah, we just got here. She's like, okay, put her on the phone. Let me holler at her real quick. I said, Mom, what you mean by holler? Hold up. Who are you talking to? She's like, what?
Where you getting this from?
Get this. Then she's like, what, you don't know what holler means? You want me to explain it? I'm like, hold up. Right. You're not going to explain to me what my slang is.
But Mom, with the accent too, though. With the accent, though, right?
No, she had that thing pegged, yo. I'm telling you, it was spot on. I'm sitting there looking at the phone like, wait, who am I talking to right now? It was crazy, man. It was crazy. But yeah, no. This is it. Shireen Taylor said good morning from the UK, and that's our sign right there. That's our sign. That's our cue. That's the send off. Somebody says good morning. That's it right there.
There you go.
Look. James been standing the whole James been standing the whole time, man.
Listen, I got to catch up with Keith. I'm getting my stand minutes. I didn't work out today, so
I am just glad that I adjusted my desk down before this 5-hour energy right here, because man, I couldn't still.
Is it 5 hours? No, it's
nah. It's 2.5. It's 2.5.
Nah,
it's not that
ain't
bad.
Got 5. We can't
2.5. It's 2.5. We were literally like 20 seconds from 2.5. So 2.5, and we done. All right, fam. It's your boy. Let me see what we got here. We got James Hicks Media. Yes, we got Diana Gladney. We got Keith, aka Mosifus. We got the Sean Doc Boyd, Doc Rock Tips, and then we got the Let's Get Live family in the building. Team Purple, man.
All right, good night, fam. All right, everybody, good night. See you in the crew on Saturday morning. And on the show, we're going to be talking about microphones.
Yo, you killing me.
We're going to have my man Kirk Nugent. We're talking about microphones, and then Ken and Glenn is going to show us the new features. So if you're not down with the LGL crew, and then my brother Rob Values is in the column, and we'll be back next week. Stay tuned with us. Make sure you get your tickets for the Ecamm Live. Make sure you do it.
Let's get live. Yeah, no.
Let's get
leap into live. Leap into live. Please.
Leap into live. Deep in the live.
Let me throw that link back up there just in case people think we joking. This is the link, family. This is the link.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, Masifas, you got problems, man. I hope you gonna be sitting
I
on
know I gotta
somebody's
work
couch.
on it. Kevin's right. I gotta work on it. I ain't really got it together. I gotta work on it. Hey, Kurt, I can't get you either. I can't get you, Kurt.
Hey,
I tried.
Nah. You listen.
I don't think I'm gonna have it. Like it's
Doc,
hard.
So
it's
on
hard.
Monday, Keith. I don't know if you caught the show on Monday. Doc was on my show, and so he was saying he wants the recipe for festival, which I don't know how Doc even knows what festival is, but this guy is clearly well traveled, well learned in everything Caribbean. So I told him I'm going down to Florida the last weekend of this month, July. And he was like, "Oh, bet, just get the recipe from Mom." I was like, "Yeah, I might even do a video." He's like, "If you do a video, you know what he said, right? If you do the video, you gotta have Jeffrey on there. You gotta have Jeffrey on there." So right as soon as he said that, everybody fell out because Jeffrey took the whole stream out, man. He took the whole.
You lose all credit when you get with the family. Like nobody cares about you.
Nobody.
You the tech guy. You straight tech guy. It's like Kurt, shut up. Let the kids, let Mom, let Jeffrey talk.
Nobody I just got out of the way. I just got out of the way.
Yeah.
Man, Jeffrey, people were like, "Yo, can you put subtitles underneath Jeffrey? We don't know what he's saying."
You don't even care if you understand Jeffrey. You just want to hear him talk. You don't have to understand him. His voice is just like there.
Oh my God. Yo, somebody said they got their ticket already for thing, man. That's what's up.
Hey.
All right. That's it. We good to go. The link is at the bottom.
Third pastor's close.
Yeah, this is the third one is the one. This is the third one is the one.
The bishop's close.
Listen, I want
to.
No, we're done. We're done now. I'm just gonna hit the button.
May the Lord wash.
Listen, this is
me and thee.
I just gotta say one last thing though. I was gonna say one last thing. I was just talking to one of my guys, and he was saying, you know, he grew up on a farm, and people keep on asking him, you know, how you know how to do business. He's like, I grew up on a farm. And like, well, we don't make the connection. How do you connect business to farming? He's like, yo, the principles, everything you need to know about running your own business, being an entrepreneur, is all in the farm. He said you got to plant your seed, you got to cultivate it, then you got to take it to market. You got to plant your seed, you got to cultivate it, then you got to take it to market. You got to plant your seed, you got to cultivate it, then you take it to market. And while you're taking one to market, you got another set of seed in the ground. You got a different crop that's coming up while you're taking a different one to market. That's multiple streams of income. He said, everything I learned on the farm is what I do currently in business. So I'm just leaving y'all with this little word right here. Plant your seed, cultivate it, and then take that joint to the market.
Amen. Amen.
Right?
I sure wish I could take you seriously, but you had some distractions going on the side. Boy, you was dropping it though.
Plant your seed, cultivate it, and then take that joint to market, fam. Y'all be good. I wanted to end the joint the way I normally do. I'm just gonna leave it alone because I'm on several people's channels. All right, y'all be good, fam. Later.